I
is
just
running
walked
it?
here from the entrance.
Which one of my warlocks is running an imp tonight?
Impetus is.
Oh, okay, you are gonna be on a tank tonight then.
Okay.
So how's it going to be with your improved battle shout? Because R and I we just won't be able to do battle shout.
Well,
threats.
Barker is not here, so we won't have we won't have exposed armor anyways, so you guys will be able to mix under in your rotation regardless.
So
But yeah, you guys won't be able to battle shout.
now that we have three druids instead of just two. I'm gonna from now on, because I don't want just one druid buffing all the groups and going through all their consumables. I'm gonna do 1 to 3. Sinia, if you can do 4 to 6, and then Kashini can do the last two groups with buffs.
Okay.
I just don't want you guys going through all your buffs, reagents, not buffs. Alright, you gave me an extra nocturnal essence.
So for this trash, Kyra, you're going to pull it back into this room, and we're actually going to kill it in this room. Based on what I saw other people doing this trash, it seemed like the Mind Slayers were actually one of the least worrying trash mobs to kill, which is much different from the private servers. The Kuraji Slayers, which look like battle guards, they have a frenzy, which needs to be trank shot by hunters when you see that go up. They also do a whirlwind, which does a lot of damage to melee, so please be careful of the ones that look like battle guard. So our kill order is always going to be the ones that look like battle guard, so the like lady wasps. Then we'll do the Kuraji champions, and then we'll probably do the Mind Slayers last. And I think the Mind Slayers do an AoE mana burn when they die, if I'm not mistaken, which does quite a lot of damage, so healers just have to be ready to heal through that. Just be ready when one's about to die, and you're going to have a bunch of people take a chunk of damage.
If we're pulling through the door, most of you casters are probably going to want to back up.
So there's going to be quite a lot of mind controls on these mobs, since whoever gets aggro on the Karaji Mind Slayers ends up getting mind controlled. So mages, you guys just need to sheep a mind control as soon as you see it. And you guys just need to make an effort to not kill whoever gets mind controlled. Please and thank you.
Who was saying they were unkillable?
Everyone kind of
I
understands.
think it was Max.
It was Max, kill him.
I'm actually world buffed, so please don't. If I die, you can totally kill me. I won't mind, but don't kill me right now.
No, it's just, if I accidentally hit Fire Blast instead of Polymorph,
Fire Blast wouldn't kill me.
This mob right here is going to be so brutal because we have 4 Karaji Slayers and 2 Hunters to train.
Yeah, I'm not pulling that first.
It's fucking awful.
I don't want to throw in the fire.
I think we're going to end up trying to do that mob later and have a Hunter kite one of them or something.
You ready?
Just have to, yeah, we'll just have to make it work. Yeah, you can go ahead and pull that one.
Give me extra shards.
Should we be further
I'm
back?
I'm gonna hold square. Or you're gonna grab skull off things. I need you guys to just pick up these other mobs.
I need help.
Maybe.
Next in kill order.
Oh yes, square. You need to kill square next. I need a fear ward on Drade right now.
Raspberries in the mind control.
Just sheep the mind controls, please, mages. Tanks, just do your best to hold those mobs if you can.
Raspberries mind control again.
Is that dispellable?
Finish up square. Finish up square.
Is it a magic
No,
debuff?
you just have to sheep them. You just have to sheep them. That's all you can do. Skull next, please. There's a reason this trash is recognized as basically the worst trash in the game. So just be prepared for a not very pleasant time here with these mobs. Marking
the
new
mind
skull
control
here.
shadow?
No.
Shadow resist.
Yeah, you can buff shadow for these. You can buff shadow protection. You can't dispel it, but
God, this is just awful.
yeah, there's a reason we kill these ones last. As long as you kill them last, it doesn't really matter as much that they fear because they don't do a lot of damage. They just have annoying mechanics, which is something that's changed from the private server meta, which usually used to prioritize these guys first, but they
People
just
doing in rage raid.
You may want to pull those mind controls
So I
out
wanna
of the
roll-
raid, because they do an AoE mana burn fear.
yeah, you can pull them out when they die.
There's a mount on this guy.
There's 2 mounts.
Wait, where's the second one?
Ian's just
Oh, a
gonna
yellow
roll
one.
them off, randomize them.
I thought we voted on which ones we wanted.
It's,
Yeah, you said which one you wanted, but we don't actually care which one you want.
I
Rip.
care, Adam.
Thank you.
Kyra cares, but I don't care.
You
I'm
guys
sorry.
can just switch between each other.
That's true.
For the mind slavers, a lot of guilds have the tank taunted out with the one you're killing right before it dies. Like you hold fire and you taunt it away from raid, so you don't get that fear shit going on.
How long is the radius on the fear?
30, I think.
Oh, they have to be within 30 yards. That's it.
Do
That's
you
so
want me to pull the
short.
4 Slayer group?
That's so dangerous. Holy fuck.
Gotta do it at some
Oh,
point. Want me to do it now?
That's really concerning. Alright, let me mark it up first
Wow.
if we're gonna do that one. 'cause
Raspberry, do you
it's-
want thorns?
Yeah,
it's
go
gonna
ahead,
be
do
a lot.
thorns. I'm wearing more mitigation gear.
Phenom, you'll be doing X on these mobs. You can pull that one if you want. And Craft, just do your best to hold the Mind Slayers if you can. You can just shoot people who are getting mind controlled. If you guys are done with your tank targets, just try and pick the Mind Slayers.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Or you can stun X and skull.
You can net stun X.
Oh, they're not the same as the ones that's
They're not the same mobs, no.
No, my bad.
Square.
Sorry, like off my taunt got resisted.
Did.
You should have lipped.
Don't have any on me.
Trade me
Well,
on
there's
this,
your
I can
problem.
give you-
Okay, so the first one of these we kill, we'll pull it out of raid. So just get it low and then just drag it around the corner. It's also immune to taunt, so Craft, you have to drag it. Don't kill Skull. Or get away from Skull when it's about to die. When one of these are about to die, just get away from them. That'll make it easier. If you're melee, it doesn't matter so much because it just fears you, but it burns mana for casters. So if you guys want to max range when you're killing them, and then just kind of like run away from them when they're like 30% health or so.
Wasn't my bad.
That's probably the best thing you can do.
Okay, those two melee got really close.
That was a lot cleaner, that pack, though, for basically the same thing. It's okay, we have a lot of people in here who've never seen this trash in AQ before. I think half our raid even. So it's a learning experience for you guys.
Frosty, you don't have a mount, right? Because you gave yours away.
Craft, you're gonna do diamond here, and Kyra, if you can kite the unmarked one, if you can try and kite it as far as you can. And Aura, when your target dies, Skull,
Okay.
if you can please try and pick up the unmarked one. You
Ready?
can pull this one. Yep, whenever you're ready.
They do outrun me, so I will need some heals.
I pull off of you with my shield, so
That spell isn't ready yet.
I think. Something just cleaved.
They do a whirlwind.
They do a whirlwind, yes.
I can't cast that yet.
Square.
square is the last kill target.
Sorry. Buggos.
I dropped aggro. Somebody taunt, please. They kick the tank in the air and their aggro drops. So if you are on the target, just be ready to taunt if I lose aggro. Taunt Scheherazade if the tank can taunt, or anybody can taunt. You got a lip. Okay, nice work, guys. It's relatively clean, honestly. It's not as bad as I expected that to be at all. You guys can move up a little bit here.
I'm just wearing a shield full time now.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same.
It's off tank. It's not a bad idea because it's not like you're getting DPS.
If you're just holding a target for an hour, it makes sense.
Yeah, need to rely on taunts too. At least they are tauntable.
We get shards off these little scarabs.
You should be able to get shards off of them, I believe.
There's a copper over here if you have any keys.
I think I have one.
Nope.
Nope.
AQ hates warlocks.
Yes.
We should probably back this group up.
Yeah, you guys want to stand back here where I am. Let me mark myself for you guys so it's a little
I'm
bit
pulling.
easier. Yep, sure. Kite the one that's not marked if you can, please.
They all run faster.
Skull
than me.
first here. I know.
Is this my time to kill Hatra?
Don't cleave Badoon. Don't cleave. Okay.
You can try.
We got bugs on the healers, watch out.
Raspberries microphone.
Should we have the melee kill the little bugs?
Yeah, kill the little bugs. It's on Vornash. Vornash, if you can vanish. Somebody needs to taunt square if they can.
I can vanish.
Here, silence.
I'm feared. Somebody can taunt, please. Ara's got it. Kill the last Mind Slayer, please. Mind Slayer is priority always. The champion's annoying to tank, but he doesn't do any sort of like wipe level mechanics. Can you trank as enrage? It's vengeance and it's magic. You can dispel it. Yeah, just dispel it when you see these guys get big.
Easy's online.
You guys got kind of like unlucky with the Mind Slayer packs here.
Yeah, we are very unlucky. Although the
Double
Mind
quad.
Slayers, I don't feel like the Mind Slayer packs are too bad, honestly.
No, they're not the
To
worst.
make it easier to MC.
But quad Mind Slayer versus a quad cleave guy, you lost 0 on a cleave guy pack, and Mind Slayers always take
That's
some out.
that is true. I prefer the mix when you get 2 and 2.
Damn, there's a lot of coppers around here.
Yeah,
You
no
guys can move
keys.
up a little bit here.
Hey, so if someone shouts the bugs, can you make sure you kill those little beetles? They're really annoying for healers if they get loose.
You just can just blast wave kill them really quickly. Yeah.
Same tanks on the same marks, Kara, if you can try and kite the unmarked one again for a bit. Again, sheep the people who get mind controls here.
We get bugs all AoE them down.
Let's go ahead and pull this out. Pull it back here where there's no bugs, then it'll be easier.
Bug social with them, so
Yeah, we got bugs here. Just kill the bugs quick. Skull
yeah, we
first
got
and then
that.
X first.
That spell isn't ready yet. It's too far away.
There's just one mind flayer just running around.
Yeah, that's what I'm kiting.
Don't plague me.
Yeah, we're
get
just
it.
waiting for Aura to kill Skull.
Sheepcraft.
He resisted my feign death.
That sucks. You ran too far.
I lived.
I need somebody to pick up Square up here.
It's on Horizon.
Flip.
Fear ward doesn't work on their death fear or whatever that is.
It's the mana burn the Mind Slayers are doing. It's not the same thing as the fear.
Horrify, I think.
It's more special, so you suffer more.
I'm stunned. It's going to Kashin. It's on Phenom.
Are we killing Mind Slayer now? The last one, right?
Yeah, kill the last Mind Slayer. Karaji champion last.
That's still recharging.
I'm stunned. It's on Phenom. Somebody dispel it, please. Heal Phenom.
When he says someone dispel, he means Max dispel,
priest.
because Max is the only priest that knows that dispel works on enemies.
Ooh, that's kind of insulting.
Hell
Are you
yeah!
killing Toxin that he's trash?
Arena, by the way.
But
That's
See,
Arena
it.
this
doesn't.
is why.
Call me for your 1500 needs.
Hell yeah! I don't know. I'll get you to 1600.
Wait, I need you to get me to 2100. Can you do that?
This is why I gave Toxin my Nervate and not you.
It's not toxic.
No, because he's
I love
annoying.
trash.
I hate this.
I love world buffs.
I love how you said lip because I already lipped every trash. That was on the cooldown.
I thought
am
it was
not
too.
shocked at all from that. I actually feel bad saying lip so much because I know that it's probably on cooldown.
This is why I have my 3P tier 2. Reduce threat generation.
Pull this next pack back so you don't accidentally get.
We're gonna pull this way back, yeah.
Oh, there's much trash up there.
So, same marks in the tanks. Kyra, you're gonna have to kite the Mind Slayer again.
Yep, I'll try.
You want me just to tank it?
You're doing great, Kyra.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
You really deserve that barb.
No, the chicken is dead. They killed Grandpa Chicken.
Got feared into the cleave and silence.
Heal Aura, he's taunted square here. It's back on Drake. Couldn't dispel him.
That spell isn't ready yet.
You're welcome. 2 out of 2.
Good job, man.
I pressed my dispel button, except this time it's an enemy.
It's so funny how many times King died.
Dude,
You
you are
okay,
such a
King?
good healer.
Instead of targeting an ally and pressing a button, I targeted an enemy. I'm the most dynamic raider in this raid right now.
Not enough flexing.
Kashin, destroy something in your inventory.
If you
please.
guys get a mount 2 times. If you can please just pass it off to somebody, that would. Be
I
great.
don't give it to someone 2 times. I
But-
reroll if I gave it to someone.
But I'm
or-
saying you don't know if somebody has a mount from a previous raid
Oh,
or
yeah.
not, do you?
Anyway, Kashin, clear up a spot in your bags, please.
I got a spot open.
If you don't like the color, can you pass?
You can just give it to someone else and let me know they gave it to someone else, and that way I can just keep in mind.
Alright, you're gonna be doing Skull here. Phenom's gonna be doing X. You guys are gonna hold those targets together, and I'm gonna hold the Nubisath border like way away from you guys. And so healers, please be ready. At least one of you or 2 of you.
We
Um,
only have to drain X because we're gonna kill.
Alright, here we go. Just be ready for this, please.
Mana drain.
All next are being cleaved together.
Mew, clear up a spot.
Yeah, I'll make a spot in a second.
What do those things do when they get full mana?
They explode.
That's just
Giant arcane explosion.
It's like Moam on AQ20.
It hurt.
Oh, I wish I had Mass Dispelled right now.
Hmm.
Just be nonce.
You know how
These
much I wish
trash
I had
mobs?
spell steal in classic.
These trash mobs are honestly way easier than the ones we were just doing, so don't mind them at all.
Yeah, that was nothing.
Dude, mount after mount.
It's not ready yet.
Yeah, aren't Cthulhu's trash mobs supposed to be like where you get most of your mounts?
I don't know. We've seen like 8 in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna pull this next one up. Thanks, Beardy again. Hold Skull and X together once more. I'll hold square in the back. Healers ready to heal me.
Like, do you mind if Scheherazade takes this blue one?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to.
Did he
Yes, it
res the
was.
blue one?
He didn't res anything. I just know he likes the blue one because he mentioned it before.
I was just kidding.
Does listen.
She just cares more about Scheherazade than you, Adam.
Big true.
She like fake hates or Scheherazade
He's,
during
uh,
raids, but
he's one of
actually
our-
doesn't.
He's one of our 2 warlock tanks. You're just another.
There's
fucking
another trash
filthy
pack
bitch.
coming.
There's a
Maybe
yeah
back
track
up.
behind you.
Wait,
Healers are not ready with mana to kill that.
Pull it back. Pull it back all the way.
Okay, they stopped. I think we're good.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out.
Man.
I was too caught up trolling Adam.
Run.
Our trash experience isn't going the worst, honestly. I've seen way worse than this. It's not an actual wipe yet, so that's good.
There you go. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
we're thinking optimistically here.
Are we rolling for these large obsidian chunks, or is it just first come first serve?
Honestly, our guild doesn't care about them. They're not going to make anything that's of any value, so I don't care who mines them. Just first come, first serve on them.
Oh, you brought the mining gloves for it. Impressive.
It's running AQ20 last night, so I was like, I'll keep it in the inventory.
Yeah, I think you can get arcane crystals off of it.
Believe so, yeah.
I don't think you can.
I've seen it on a video.
On private servers, you could never get an arcane crystal off them, so I don't know.
This is not private service, sir.
It's almost private servers.
Worse. I know.
Saying this, the
That
On
was
They're-
hard.
they're
private
both-
server, I think you probably had a Thunder Fury.
They're both Blizz-like, right? So we need to
Yeah,
pull
we
this
gotta-
mob back, by the way. Pull it all the way back, this mob.
saying basically the equivalent like back in my day.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Yep.
Okay.
I told you he's a boomer.
Yeah, he is.
I need to get
Fear ward on Drake, please.
Mine's on cooldown, so Toxin has to get it. Never mind, Toxin's
He's mind
is
controlled.
mind controlled.
It's okay, I got Death Wish for 10 seconds. But
Yeah, mine's
soon
back up
when
at
we
10.
can.
Make sure we pull this little away before they die.
I'm knocked away. If somebody can grab square, it's gonna come max.
Oh, don't kill me, melee.
This is the best mechanic they've ever made.
For being feared.
Yes. The fleeing away.
I
This small
hate it
square.
so much.
I'm pretty sure the best mechanic they ever made was Daze. Fuck that mechanic.
This
You
spell
don't like
square
the
when you can-
bugs in the other room that knock you back and also charge random people?
Sorry, that
Oh, those
I
are
love
so
those
fun.
even.
that one was late because I got feared like a mile away.
Wow, trash mob with no deaths. Unbelievable.
Did any of this
When
trash
them
make any epics?
Yes,
Not
you
yet.
can. They're just very low drop rate.
Jesus. How do
Aldi,
people
did
do
I
this
give you a
in
map
like
already?
25 minutes?
Hey, carrier cut in the Mind Slayer again.
Mm-hmm.
Test.
You owe me for all these lips.
I can hear you.
That's still recharging.
It looks like the yellow is the most popular one.
Also the worst looking one.
That's not true. It has purple on it as well.
Ow.
Green is the. As I
Nah,
died.
red is best.
Did you say that
obviously
green
red's
is
better.
ugly? Exactly.
I said green was the worst. Yes.
Red is clearly the
not-
best because it gives you an achievement later. I mean, come on.
Which one?
He's on
There's an
something.
achievement for having the red one.
I'm feared in the air is going to max. Somebody pick up square if you can, please. It's going to toxin.
It's like I'm not healing good forever. That's it. Blacklisted forever.
I'm painting my face green. I changed my mind.
Too late. I hate you now.
My last name is now green as well.
Not good. There's no going back from here.
The grass outside my house is also green.
Is that why you
Don't
hate
care.
it?
It's on Aladdin.
Saladin's got his bubble up.
Is that why I cut it?
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
To be fair, it's the color of the mount green. That shade of green is not super attractive to me.
Keep going.
My mana is low.
Yo, Ian, I got an idea.
What?
Spell isn't
We
ready
mount on
yet.
our mounts and stand on exec step bounty.
Can't.
He's dead. Where is he? Where is he?
He's in the air. Good luck.
Oh, feels bad.
Can I parkour off the wall?
I'll wait. Keep doing it. I'm taking a second shot. I gotta
Hey.
time it.
Hey Jojo, can you hear me?
Sir?
Alright, thanks.
Man, we got a few green ones here. I think the green one's bis with our tabards, with our guild tabards.
It's just cute.
What does our guild tabard even look like?
Wow.
Yikes,
Look-
man. Just fucking kick him right now.
Yeah, get out of here.
I don't even know where to get a guild tabard from. I'm lying.
Uh,
it's from the
Scratch
guild
me.
master in
Yeah,
Ironforge. I know.
if you give me 1,000 gold, I'll give it to you right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I got mine from Kane.
Stack skull and
What?
X, huh?
Guild Tabard.
I think I gave it away. Yeah, I gave mine away.
Yeah, 1,000 gold to
So-
give it to you.
I
My,
actually like
my
it.
crop top looked.
I didn't like it on the rogue though.
Max,
I'm
you're the
so
only
much
healer in range of me, by the way.
I know.
It took me 5 minutes to make it.
5 hours? Damn, that's a long time. No, hours. It's beautiful.
Like,
Eh.
you're my new Ricky tonight.
Adam or me?
You.
Like this.
Go grab this mob up above as well before we do Oro.
Uwu?
Who?
We're gonna pull this mob down here just so it's not awkward LOS.
Ooh, I can open one of the big things.
Go ahead and grab your targets, thanks.
That spell isn't ready yet.
so glad that we're not in like a completely black dungeon.
Whoa.
That's racist.
But what about killing rock monsters? That sounds fun. Let's go kill rock monsters.
Looks like Noth is about to get online here too.
I think Knopf conveniently timed that to miss this trend.
Well, he's got to run here.
Oh, he just went offline. Never mind.
Want me to check for him on RuneScape?
Who should I give these idols to?
Isn't Oro the opposite way, Dre?
Yes, because I'm saving space
No,
for.
that's Horror where Dread's headed.
If
Oh,
you would,
okay.
The hill.
no, this is actually Cthulhu that I'm headed to.
Yeah, okay, I was
Yeah,
right.
Oro's off the side.
Yeah, this is Cthulhu I'm headed to. I'm just making sure that I'm not forgetting about any trash up here.
So
I mean, there's still
was
some
right.
trash, isn't there?
No, that was the last.
I think that was the last.
Oh
trash
wow,
bag.
I thought there was like 2 or 3 on the way to Cthulhu.
Nope. At least that trash doesn't respawn.
Now it's time to wipe.
Now it's time to lose your world buffs.
Scared.
Now?
You to be scared.
We're gonna use warlock tanks, Demira.
Sounds good.
So
You just have to make sure they drop their ignite though if they're catching them.
Lakoth and Scheherazade, you guys are basically just gonna stand off to the side on your own, kind of stacked on each other at max range. And when he uses his sand breath, you're just going to turn around and run as far backwards as you can for like 5 seconds, and then you're going to come back in to the fight and continue spamming Serum Pain. I think it will end up switching to the tank for like just a second during the fight, but for the most part, it's just going to be on the warlocks, and it should just be a straightforward kill.
Salve off.
Melee, you guys need to make sure you're behind the boss at all times because the boss has a breath. She stuns everybody for like 5 seconds or so.
Is that on DBM or is it just random?
I think DBM has a collar for it, but
Mad Max and
I
Toxin. Can I
imagine
have you
there's-
guys playing tanks in melee?
I imagine there's a timer for it. He does sweep, which kicks all the melee back, but if the warlock strategy works as it's supposed to work, then honestly, there won't even be any mechanics. So I'd just be explaining a fight that doesn't make any sense because we're not actually doing the fight; we're just cheesing him. So our 2 warlocks will stand way off to the left of the raid, still in range of heals, but far away from the raid. Melee, you guys are going to stand behind him, and yeah, we're just going to cheese it. Whenever there's a sandblast coming, Lakoth and Scheherazade, you know what sandblast is. Have you watched a video on this guy before? If you've never done it,
I watched the video.
okay. So he's going to cast a sandblast. I think it's once every like 30 seconds or so. It stuns you, and if you're stunned, he drops the threat on you and switches targets. So the whole point of you standing at max range and when he casts Sandblast, you run backwards, is that you don't get hit by the Sandblast, and then you run back in and he keeps his focus on you for the entire fight, essentially. Whereas normally there's a lot of tank swapping with this fight. If we do have to go through a submerge, beetle spawn off tanks, you guys are just supposed to pick the beetles up. You can see there's kind of like some pebbles knocking out of the dirt over there. At some point, there's going to be a lot of pebbles moving around the room if he does go into submerge, if we don't kill him fast enough. If you end up getting close to pebbles that are moving around the room, you just die. Or not necessarily just die, but you'll take a lot of damage and potentially die. So when he submerges, basically the mission is to just run around, pick up all the bugs, bring them all together with the boss, AoE them down, and don't get touched by the boulders underneath your feet.
You can survive that. It's nature damage if you use a great.
I've never used a warlock tank for this before, so I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I'm willing to try it out. So we're gonna be experimenting here.
So the regular tanks, we're not even going to be in melee range or anything?
Oh, you
Yeah,
can
you
be in
still
melee
tank it.
range because it's still gonna swap to you for a second when the warlocks swap out for Sandblast, I believe. So you still want to be reasonably high on threat, but for the most part, warlocks are just gonna tank it, which means you guys want to focus on staying behind the threat with the warlocks, who are gonna be spamming Searing Pain. We're just gonna get a feel for the fight. Again, I've never used the warlock strategy, but I'm willing to give it a go based on how easy it looks. So, if we can get some, actually, I don't even know if we can do wipe protection from here, and the run back isn't too
Do
far.
we want to
so-
wait for Bleezy?
How far away is Bleezy?
Ungoro Greater.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll wait for him. We'll get an attempt in. I would be surprised if we one shot it, honestly, but
Wow, you're so positive, Drade.
realistic
Hmm.
is the word. Realistic. Have those proper expectations, boys.
You just set your bar.
Lowered expectations.
I do have Shepherd in my raid after all, so. Okay, we're just gonna run in here. Lakeoth and Scheherazade, you guys are just gonna pump as much threat as you can. If you guys can please stand, the Warlocks, please stand more to the left of the group. The rest of the group can stay relatively close to square here, unless you're melee, of course. Make sure if you guys are a healer, you're in range of healing the Warlock. Watch your threat and let the Warlocks get aggro.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
He's not doing any damage to me at the moment. I think he's bugged, so you Warlocks are doing good. Sandblast, you guys need to run out.
I got clipped.
If you guys are in line of sight of the Warlocks, you're gonna get hit by Sandblast.
Come
which is
stand
not
over
good.
here by the mages if you're other range. We're in
Stand
range, but
Sandblast in 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8. I'm hoping Warlocks get aggro off of here.
Shahara's at the top.
I should be running now.
Yes.
Sandblast here. Go ahead and
I
run
need to
back
get
in
the
Warlocks.
timing to run.
Continue.
Yeah, it looks simple.
Was it supposed to blast the whole raid there?
The 180 cone, everyone needs to be further to the right.
Yes. Move up.
The
You just
Warlocks
need to
will-
be further away. You need to
Warlocks
be,
will
no,
never get
all the
one.
melee need to be further away. You position yourself around the Warlocks. Knockback. It's on Zalarian. Sandblast is on the Warlocks. Perfect. That's
The
awesome.
Warlock-
Amazing.
The Warlocks will never
That's
get
it.
hit, so you just need to heal them afterwards. You don't need to be over there until after.
We lost threat, so it's gonna go on Drade.
That's still recharging.
Lakeoff's climbing. Should we just let the Unites fall?
Yep. Just let your ignites fall and let Lakeoff climb here. I'm gonna get Sandblasted and probably die here.
I'm out of range.
That's gonna hit the raid.
I'm spinning. It's on Phenom. Phenom, turn it
I'm
if
gonna
you
stop
can.
DPSing and let Lakeoff build up.
Turn it if you can. And turn it where the tank is right now.
Next one's gonna be around.
Sandblast in 6.
Lakeoff is almost back on
It's
top.
on Thorsty
Lost
if you
that.
can run to the tanks. Phenom. It's on Craft now. Did something reset Warlock threat out of curiosity?
Yes.
They got hit by a
We were trying to
sandblast.
say it.
Okay, let's just keep it going. See how far we can push it. We might be able to kill
It's
it.
this damage is healable. Whoever gets aggro just needs to face them away from the raid, and it's fine.
Yeah, we can kill
We're
it.
gonna get a submerge soon, I think.
Sandblast. It's on the
Merge
Warlocks.
is in
That's
45
perfect.
seconds. If we can pump it, we'll kill him.
Past that yet.
You guys got this.
I got hit by the draft drop. This is just like
I'm still good.
I'm doing just damage.
Sandblast in 6. Basically, you just don't want to be in front of the boss when Sandblast is about to go off. So if you get aggro and Sandblast is about to hit, you'll kill the raid like that.
I pulled it right there at the end.
Yeah, it's okay. You guys are learning. It was actually insane. I don't think he meleeed the tank for like 30 seconds in the start. He was just bugged on the Warlocks.
Doesn't he enrage at 20%?
He doesn't rage at 20%.
He's in rage right now.
He got the
So now you need to run away from rocks. Here's a good thing for you guys to observe. You get to see a mechanic here, even though you're dead. Basically, just don't get touched by rocks in this phase. Run around in circles. Tanks, when you see beetles spawn, you just pick up the beetles when you see them.
When the rocks end, you should regroup on a stack and just AoE the beetles really quickly.
Yeah, we'll
Why
stack
am I
on,
seeing no beetles?
We'll stack on square when
They don't spawn until the rocks
they
are
don't
done.
spawn until.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought they were supposed to spawn while he
Here
was
we go.
underground.
Scarabs.
Regroup on square and
We need
AoE
a
these.
tank and melee, otherwise you'll resubmerge.
I have a beetle on Lakeoff.
Should I build draft?
Yep, built threat.
Yeah, you did pretty low DPS, dude.
Honestly, still kill it.
Yeah, we could definitely kill it.
There's a beetle on the Warlocks.
Yeah, get that off of him.
I got it. Someone taunt it when it gets up there.
Sandblast. I'm spinning. It's on Adam.
Yep.
We just need warlocks to get aggro back now.
It's not gonna happen. Shazera's
Yeah, I
that
don't
gut.
think so.
Yeah,
It's on Druid again.
I think I can do it.
I have no more cooldowns, by the way, so big heals.
Avoid the rocks. This is the in-range phase.
Pick the beetles up.
You can fear and whatever the beetles too.
Sandblast. I'm stunned.
I'm not managing to range it properly.
It's okay. I mean, that's a pretty good first attempt for half of you guys not.
We're still in it.
I think we can kill it.
Raspberry shield wall.
It's a lot of beetles.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
there's a
don't think-
lot of beetles.
We don't have enough DPS to push that.
I don't think
Amount of
so
mana.
either.
That was really close. We can
Oh.
definitely kill those.
It took me a little bit to figure out the timing, and it's pretty tight. So mistakes can still happen. That's probably why we still need 2 warlocks, but we got this.
That's okay.
Yeah,
like I
the-
said, you guys are gonna have to get a feel for it. But I can't imagine. Like I said, I knew we would be able to kill Aura 100% with the strategy tonight.
The really
So,
really big thing is if a caster cannot get aggro, and if a melee gets aggro, just run to where the tanks are. That's where all the pressure came from. Just people pulling aggro right before a sandblast, and
Yep. We had a lot of people die because they just turned the boss by pulling aggro because our tanks aren't pumping threat because we're trying to let the warlocks get ahead of us, and then you guys end up getting ahead of us on threat as well. So if you guys end up getting threat, you just have to run to where the tank is and accept that you're dying. And
Can res some people, but I don't know at what point he'll aggro.
it's okay. We're running back anyways.
We can run back pretty quickly. We just teleport in there. Won't take that long.
I think the thing is, once the blast comes off cooldown, he doesn't immediately cast every time. Sometimes he does, sometimes it waits. But the warlock needs to run before it's starting to cast to overrange. So I think when the timers gets off, like since the warlock is running and not doing TPS, I think people need to stop TPS.
Yeah, I'll slow down. Our ignite.
Yeah,
pulls
like
aggro there.
if the this is a lower Q strat.
Just try to give the warlock like a 15 to 20% threat leeway. Like don't push them. on threat.
It's more on the timing of the sandblast, because while the warlock is running, he's not doing TPS.
Don't get sandblasted. We should be fine on threat. It's just the timing is tight.
Yeah. It's like sandblast is going to come up. I think people should stop TPS, and then the warlock will have time to wait until the sandblast is cast and it's out ranged properly. Because the worst that can happen is the warlock is running to out range, and someone gets the lead on Treff, and then it goes on the raid.
Yeah, I pulled on one of them. We'll just let the ignite fall off before sandblast.
You guys can also use nature protection potions for if we do end up with a submerge phase or whatever. Because again, the boulders they do a lot of damage, but they
Everyone
are
should
nature
rip
damage.
off it. Everyone, no matter what.
Yeah, it will also save you from the sandblast. I didn't die to the sandblast because I had that pun on me.
This isn't really a DPS race either. It's more of a
No, it's not a DPS race at all. It's just follow mechanics. It's the same with most of the AQ fights. I mean, Twin Emperors has like a fucking 15-minute enrage or something. And you're not gonna do Twin Emps for 15 minutes, but it's just mechanics.
It's like how every guild did it back in the day with 15 minutes.
Must have been right-clicking the boss real hard.
The casters didn't touch the boss back then. It was just the melee the whole time.
Yep. No warlock tank was discovered until much later.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but he sandblasts
towards the person that has aggro, regardless.
Yes, he
they took the
sandblasts
other
the direction that the person, the person who's got aggro, he sandblasts their direction. It's a cone cast
Okay.
on him. So if you have aggro, that's why you will kill the raid if he's about to cast a sandblast.
And he does not face the direction that it's going to. It's whoever has aggro. Like
He
I noticed
does.
that happen
I mean,
all
if
the
he
time.
has aggro, he's likely facing the direction of that person. So it's likely going the direction that he's standing. So
And it's a 180-degree cone, so you need to be on the opposite side.
I put on Eye of the Tiger on this run back, so we're killing it this time.
Wait for the raid, dude.
Wait,
so
Nader,
slow.
Nader. That's who used to do it. Nader
So
Nation.
tanks, you guys got to get a little taste of the submerged phase, so you kind of understand how the beetles spawn now. Basically, just pick up as many as you can grab and just pull them together with square.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Raid
sapper
down
the beetles
some of those.
this time.
Hopefully, we don't even have a submerge phase this time.
We shouldn't have a submerged phase of the strategy realistically, but
Yeah, as long as we don't pull aggro off the warlocks.
it's just it relies on you guys and the warlocks and aggro.
Yeah, the strategy my guild or my friend's guild did was they had a warrior standing like at the midway point, like in sandblast range, and then they had a paladin behind the warrior outside of sandblast range, just spamming blessing of might on the entire warrior core, and he holds aggro the entire fight. But he's always out of range of sandblast.
That's retarded.
Wait, we don't have the version where they fix threat generation from blessings?
Greater blessings generate a lot of threat.
Yeah, it's how it's supposed to be.
We have enough warriors, we could try that. This looks like this will work without doing
That
that.
only works if all the people that are ranged watch their aggro, though.
Yeah. I'd rather do the warlock one if we can do it.
Definitely not as much threat as a warlock.
You guys can pre-pot nature resist if you want.
Yep, we're gonna pull this up, so please be ready here, healers. Here we go, warlocks, be ready. Watch your threat, especially early on. Let the warlocks get aggro.
Start off initially more to the right than the warlocks, just to be safe.
I'm out of range. I can't pass that yet.
Whenever you can reach the warlocks, if you guys can throw a hot on them.
Yep, I ult range a bit.
Really good.
It's the timing.
I need to get
Slow
These
DPS, slow
these
DPS.
are great.
I'm watching the threat here this time.
Yeah, it looks fine. It's fine.
As long as you guys don't take one of the sandblasts and range it. it should work.
Sandblast on the tanks here. It's on Pimpillo, it's on Jojo.
So turn him if you have
Jojo's dead.
aggro. Turn him away from the raid, please.
Zephyrs using me to
Sandblast in 5.
Yeah, the warlock's not aggro. He's just gonna melee all the melee.
It's on Craft, please heal Craft.
Oh, I tried.
Sandblast in 3.
Beware.
I'm running too early. Yeah, the time is pretty tight.
It's on Aura. It's on Adam. Sandblast in 10. It's on Kushpak. It's on Aura again.
Beware.
They lost Rev.
Sorry,
Just lock off now.
let the ignite
Berserk
fall up, guys.
healers.
Let the ignite fall.
Berserk your healers.
Lake off, try and build as much there as you can. Mages past you. Mages get ready to move out of the rain.
Sandblast.
There's rocks on the floor.
You not sandblasting?
Yeah, he's not
No.
using it. It's off cooldown, but he's not using it.
Beware.
Sandblast.
It's on the Thames.
Direction.
It's on the raid.
It's on Craft. It's on Bornash. It's on Max. Back on Druid.
Your heart will explode.
8 seconds for
If you have any
sandblast.
cooldowns, just hit them if you know.
Yeah, I'm all done.
Yeah, just burn the boss if you can.
I just saved all my cooldowns for this.
Beware.
No pressure.
Oh, he's
think
dying.
we can get him.
Oh, we got the.
Nice work. We don't have any healers alive.
See if we
though.
can clean these up.
Cinia, can you battle res a priest or a paladin?
Quick.
Let's use jumper cables first.
I don't know if
Oh,
he has
we got
mana.
fucked.
We're still in combat.
We do have jumpers, yeah.
She's
You
getting
die.
rocked, yeah.
Lake
I,
off on
I
the
think
double
it.
spike.
I think it's gonna be a wipe anyways.
Bugs on me.
It's gonna be a wipe anyways. Let's
I
run
was
back,
trying
guys.
to res mad. Dude, we're in range.
Let me at
Oh,
least see
you're,
what the
you're
Sorry.
fine.
It's fine. The run back's
Alright.
really quick. It's
Oh, we got a
Don't
John
worry.
Gabber.
it's prob.
Oh,
Did we?
So
Yes, it's on the corpse.
If they don't give
No
me
way.
tables, I'm
I'm
at
not
Oh,
kidding
you
you.
get that as a D.
That's a DE right there.
the ID of that.
I think
Fuck
it'll be,
no.
I think it'll be quicker
Arrow
to release
Druid.
the run back. By the way.
let's see.
Oh, they
Yeah,
despawn.
just-
I'm up.
Just release and run.
All right, where's Max?
Right here, next to the boss, next to the pet death, right on the right of him.
You mean Dracarys?
The right of the pet.
You're gonna accidentally cable Dracarys?
Yeah, do that again.
No, he's not. As long as he's not teabagging him. All right, 8 seconds.
Thing is tricky is when it comes off cooldown, it's not when it uses. It has a random delay. Like the boss can be like stuck on melee
Yes.
animations
It
and
worked.
do another ability instead of using the sandblast. So every time it's off cooldown, if he uses soon, it's great. But if he delays it, the warlock just has to be like prepared for whatever it's going to come. If you run too early, you like outrange too much, and he will just pick another target.
Right. That's why it's the timing is tight.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things you'll get better at the more you do it too.
That's why the mages moved over to you near the end, because we were starting to pull threat. So it's
Yeah,
better
I
to
noticed
focus the
me and
die.
Mew were next to the warlocks, and we had threat, but yet whenever he sandblasted, he didn't sandblast us. I was like, well, that seemed kind of counterproductive.
Yeah.
Is the spinning tornado that knocks you up in the air? Can you avoid that at all?
Yeah, like if I do it properly, I never he casts on me and it doesn't go off. It's just like ifs. So
Yeah,
I
the-
never lose draft.
You can't dodge the knockback. The only thing you can do is switch stances and intercept him if you're in melee range when he does that. You'd have to move out to like quite a wide range.
I'm referring to like the tornado that makes you spin in the same
Oh,
spot
the
and you
sandblast?
can't move.
You just need to not be in the 180-degree cone in the direction of the warlock.
It's if you get hit by sandblast. That's when it
Okay,
happens.
because I've never spun and someone was asking. me.
Remember to
I
loot the
didn't know.
boss for your Signair. Also, this is bad, but does anyone have a repair bot? I forgot to repair.
Do I teleport to final chamber?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Just don't go into Cthulhu's room.
If you go to final chamber, you need to not walk in front of the doorway. You need to go against the wall.
Is that a
I think
yes
it
on the
puts you-
repair bot?
We do have a repair bot. Yeah, I brought 2 of them.
How much does one cost? I'll pay for it.
It's 38 gold normally.
1,000 gold for you, Max.
I'm going back to Oru.
Make sure you hug the wall, or you're gonna
You
get
can't
killed
go
by
back to
Cthulhu.
Oru.
Well, we're going to be looting Oro, right? Or are we just leaving that trash on the boss?
We're going to Oro, yeah.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't,
just gonna do all of the things.
yeah, if we don't
get
get this trinket, I'm gonna be very mad.
throw a fit.
Oh yeah, it's. Don't get lightning beam. Don't get lightning beam.
That's okay. That trinket's garbage, anyways.
Yeah, just leave the instance real quick and then pop it and then walk back in.
All the way against the wall.
Again, loot works the same as previously, where
Closing in 5.
we'll cancel it if one of our guildies win, and we're still giving Pugs the free shot to win on every piece that they need.
Close. Congrats, Raspberry and 94. Stays with the guild.
Tier 2.5 for Paladin, Hunter, Shaman, Warlock, Druid.
Closing in 5.
It's so painful having to run on foot everywhere in this instance.
Congrats, Patricks.
I agree.
Source. Damn.
You guys
For the
going
guild,
third
yeah.
day?
200s.
Closing in 5. Congrats, Nimble.
I have no idea where I'm going, and I just see all these people running by with mounts.
There's a lot of people following Square, which Square is running the Twin Emperors. right
That's
now.
me. I don't know where I'm going.
You lead the way.
Brain is like foggy 15-year-old brain right here.
Make sure the reason we're running back to the boss is so you guys can get your insignia, by the way, if you're questioning why we're running back to just loot it and deal with the loot later anyways. You need to pick your insignia up off the boss, which is like 500 rep. 550 if you're a human.
Yeah, you should
But
have 8
he
of
says
them.
don't turn them in.
Don't turn them in.
Don't turn them in until you stop getting rep from trash.
We should have 7 or
8 if you
Eight.
control the boss.
What did I miss?
You missed the one on Twin Emperors, so you get 2 from Twin Emperors. one for each
Oh.
boss.
Oh, fuck.
Haha, Jojo, same boat as me.
Yeah, both the bosses on Twin Emperors drop loot. They have like 2 or 3 pieces each or something. Wow, we'll get to work Cthulhu with a ton of melee here. This is exciting.
It's actually so cancerous having so much melee.
It is.
What?
And no chain heal.
Yeah, I remember getting so pissed off on this fight because of all the melee.
I just run in the room, right? Just go.
Yeah, you just
Just
don't.
run right in there.
Alright, I'm about to do it.
Suicide.
I honestly have no idea how this pull is going to work since you get dismounted. It's not like private servers.
Oh, that's right.
A little bit of grace period on the mount.
Like 1
AKA
second grace.
batching.
And then you just pray your
My leg's
group
sticking
doesn't get
out.
lightning.
Am I gonna get caught?
You didn't drop that
Lightning?
repair ball yet, did you?
I haven't dropped it yet. No, I'll drop it when we group up again.
Why is the walk to Cthulhu like fucking a mile?
I'm going the wrong way, guys.
Dude, this is called world building. Just soak in the environment.
As we run up this throat.
I thought I was following someone, but apparently not.
I was following Mad Max. I think he's going the right way.
Read behind me. It must mean I'm going the right way.
Gonna start changing some groups up here.
I hear if you look at Cthulhu right now, he gives you a free buff.
Stop it. I'll do it right now.
Will do.
Pay me 100. Pay me 100 gold right now.
Only 100?
I'll
Do
go
it.
fucking die if you do it.
I will do it for 10 gold, like no cap.
All right, where you at? We all know Zal will go in there.
Zal needs at least 500 to kill us all.
No, 20 to kill us all.
See, open
And the way these bug tails look, it's like more swinging dicks than in Kyra's inbox.
Yeah.
You got a very strong jawline, so it attracts men, you know?
About those buffs, huh?
I'm a fan of Kyra. This is the post nerf version of Cthulhu, right?
Correct.
That's unfortunate.
So this is supposed to be like cake.
It's all about the run in in phase 1. Phase 2 is easy. Is there any of the mages with improved counterspell?
I don't have it. Do you?
No, but it's really nice for the big eye stalk tentacle in phase 2. You can just blanket it.
Do you have to give up combustion to get it? I guess not really. Let's give up some mana regen.
Does anybody know if he's vulnerable to poisons?
Every boss in here can be hurt by poisons.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think this is? Rock monsters?
There you go, guys. If you haven't done Cthulhu before, here's the most basic explanation that's overused by every single person. So depending on your group, that's where your position is going to be in the room. The top of the picture is the back of Cthulhu's room. So where 7 and 8 is, that's where we're entering from. So if you are in group 1, you are in the position of group 1 in the picture. If you're in group 6, you're in the position of group 6. You want to use a yard check or a range check for 10 yards on this boss. And you don't want to be within 10 yards of anybody else because otherwise you get chain lightninged, and the more people that get chain lightninged, the damage multiplies and basically just kills the entire raid. So you need to not be in range of people. It's very important that you're spread out like the picture.
Need a confirmation because I'm a bit retarded. On the picture, where the door is supposed to be?
On the
Oh,
picture,
north.
yeah. So the top of the picture is the far side of the room. So where we're entering right now, where we would enter into the room is where 7 and 8 is in the picture.
That's good to know.
Okay, so based on whatever group you're in, you're going to take a position, obviously 10 yards separated from everybody. And depending on what your role is, you're going to take it either in the middle, the back, or the front. So obviously if you're melee, you're where the red dots are. If you have too much melee in your group, you guys are just going to have to figure out how to stay spread 10 yards. One of you may not be able to do damage, and the other one might just have to wait. In that case, you just stand around and try not to take unnecessary damage and kill ads when they spawn extra fast. Again, it's a fight of mechanics. It's not really a fight of we need to kill.
Approximately, like, how far is 10 yards so we have some idea?
You have DBM, right? And DBM has the range check.
Yeah, you can /10
Type
or slash range 10.
Slash range 10, and it should bring up a yard check for you. It should tell you how far away it is. If you stand
just-
next to like Adam in the back here, you can kind of get a good idea of what 10 yards looks like.
Yeah, the distance between me and Drade here is 10.
So I'll do some basic explanation. If you guys haven't done Cthulhu before, you're pretty much just going to have to see it for yourself, really. But there's two big phases. There's the initial pull, which is probably the hardest part, honestly, with the classic relaunch by the look of things. Doesn't look like there's too much actual damage in the fight. Things die really quickly. So the initial pull, which hopefully I managed to not screw up for us. You guys will probably just tail me in like 2 seconds after the initial pull. You're waiting for Cthulhu to cast his first chain lightning on me, and then you're going to run in as fast as you can and get into your positions and use your range 10.
Once we're in position, how quickly are we DPSing immediately or what?
How quickly are we DPSing what? Sorry.
How quickly do we DPS, like, once we're in position?
People in 7 and 8 should wait because you're going to pull aggro and or
Right, so...
Yeah, because
maybe
you're going to
somebody-
get in there faster.
Maybe somebody should call it, you know? So
Maybe when you see like 2 Sunders, that's fine.
People know what ads spawn in here and what the prio.
There's tentacles.
There are tentacles, yeah. There's going to be a lot of ads that spawn every 30 seconds. There's going to be 8 tentacles that spawn around the boss, and they're going to cast Mind Flare on random targets. I think they can be stunned, disoriented with like Death Coil and stuff. Basically, as soon as those come up, all DPS swap to those and kill them as soon as possible, and then you return to DPS on the boss.
Miser, I recall if the melee DPS will stand at max range, that'll give us more room, circumference around the circle.
Yep,
So
they
the
100%.
ranged
DPS can get in
DPS
there.
to the ranged DPS have a macros to its tentacle with the names, or it's not needed. Like to get fast.
It's not absolutely needed, but
Macros for what? Sorry.
Like target mind flay.
Oh yeah, I don't
Because
think
you
it
can
matters.
get before like the model even spawns if you use macros.
Oh, I understand what you're saying now. I mean, you could use a macro if you want. I don't think it's going to be direly important. So other than that, in phase 1, the other big ability, other than the ad spawning in the initial pull, is his little death laser that he shoots. I don't remember what it's called. But you can't miss it. He basically shoots a big laser beam on the floor, and if you get touched by it, you just die instantly. And he's slowly going to rotate either clockwise or counterclockwise. So basically, whenever he starts casting that, you just get the fuck away from wherever he's looking until you know which way it's going. During that phase, he won't use I-beam, so you don't have to worry about being 10 yards between people. You can just get the hell away from wherever he's looking. And obviously, you want to follow the beam. If you're rotating the opposite side, and if you're on the other side of the beam, then you're running away. And the idea is that you shift positions and you always keep the 10 yards and you always keep the same formation. So I believe Death Glare is a like 180 degree is how far he goes for his little like spin with the laser. So generally the rule that people use is that your group rotates 180 degrees. So for example, if you're looking at the picture, if you're in position 1, then you'll end up in position 8 after Death Glare, and so on and so forth. Just basically just stay spread out. As long as you're 10 yards spread between people, it doesn't even matter where you end up. As long as there's healers that are spread throughout the raid, and as long as you're 10 yards spread. That's the big takeaway. Phase 2 sucks people into the stomach. People who get sucked into the stomach, DPS, you have the big roll there. Your job is to stay in the stomach as long as you can without dying. You'll get a stacking debuff when you're in the stomach, and you basically you stay in for as long as you can take the stacking debuff. And when you're getting close to not being able to live anymore, you use the middle of the room, this little like jump pad. It's got like a little boulder kicking up, kind of like how Orla was before the
What type of damage does it do?
I don't know what kind of damage it is. It's
Sure.
not an actual.
Isn't
It's
it?
not an actual debuff though.
The one
Is it
inside the
nature?
stomach? It's all
Yeah.
nature.
Oh,
it
it's
is.
nature?
It is nature.
Yeah.
You can use it. Yeah, people use protection potions when they're in there generally. So
Yeah, that's good to know.
you can stay in longer if you use a protection potion.
You should have anyone that's going on the left side in the diagram scoot against the back wall onto the side with me and Mew.
I don't even have a mount, so I actually even have to run in. Isn't that-
Damn, we didn't get you a mount.
Has anyone in the raid not used their mount yet?
Isn't your wife kind of the one that
Too
gave them
funny.
out?
Hmm. I don't know, man. You have to win it.
I mean, I honestly wasn't expecting to get Cthulhu first week with pugs, to be honest, though. I mean, this is fine. Max, you need a repair bot, right?
Yes,
Let me
please.
drop a repair bot over here before we get started. And just be ready to put in a few attempts on this. It's not something you learn immediately, although I expect you guys won't take too long to catch on. It's not overly complicated. It's a lot of mechanics to explain in one go, but the fight is pretty simple.
And I think there's only one physical DPS that can actually be each slice of the pie, actually.
Yeah, you only limited room or else you kill each
Isn't
other.
it stacks of 2? Because it can bounce
Nah.
to 2 to complete safety.
You could stack 2, but that's if you have more healers. I don't think we have enough healers to
Okay,
even
yeah.
deal with that
But we
amount
have a lot of
damage.
melee. How will fit the melee?
Yeah, it's an amazing question.
Find out.
More healers for future, and then we'll stack them. That's all I can think of.
Or we
We
could
have a
have a
lot of
melee.
melee in this guild.
Melee could sit on the ice lock tentacles if we don't have enough room.
Yep, you can have melee sit out. I would even encourage tanks to sit out until you have a target to tank. That way more DPS can be on the boss.
I buff Thorns again.
We'll ready check and we'll try and get this going here. Let's see how good my walk-in pool will do.
Well, you should. Do you have someone on a mount that can do the pull? It's a pretty big deal.
I mean, you're welcome to do the pull if you want to, Mira. You can sacrifice yourself for the greater good.
I don't really have the health pull.
What about a melee that has a full NR set?
I can
Here,
give you
I
a-
can do it.
I can give you a nature protection potion and you'll probably live.
Yeah, I would if you want to do that, and I can do it on your
Yeah,
countdown.
sure, I'll give you some nature pots.
I should be touching the boss though until you get spread out.
All right, let me know when you're ready. You can tell. You can call us when to go here.
I'm good when you guys are.
Do one last ready check and we'll
Did
try and
everybody
get this
repair?
going.
Yep.
Yeah, it costs 60 silver.
9 gold.
Imagine dying.
So again, you guys might want to check your, check where you're supposed to be with the picture. If you're unsure of where you're supposed to be because you're a pug and you can't see the pictures in our guild chat, just keep yourself spread out 10 yards. Just don't kill people and you'll be fine. All right, we're good for this. Whenever you're ready, Demira, we can set the pull up here.
Can you just do a timer, and I'll just go on the 0. Wait until I cross the threshold and he's shooting me before you start going, please.
I'm not gonna go until he targets you. Bubble Demira if you can.
He's gonna start shooting other people now, so make sure you're spreading. He gives you a little bit of delay. Do a slash range 10, by the way.
I think Hatrick's lagged out. He's running in place.
That's perfectly fine. This
Make
fight
sure you
doesn't
guys
need-
swap to the ads when they spawn. Tanks, you guys are looking for claw tentacles always.
Mind Flay, tentacles, and dark glare, and tentacles and
Switch
watch
to the
dark
tentacles.
glare.
Everybody needs to switch. Watch for the dark glare. Watch for his. You need to rotate with dark glare.
Rotating right.
The idea is to stay in the same position. So rotate as much as he's rotating. Stay in the same position and get ready to go again.
You can't stack there,
Get on
but
the claw tentacle. As soon as death glare is over. Dark glare, rather. It's 7 seconds. Don't die to killing the dark tentacle.
Dark glare is ending. We're gonna get new tentacles. Get ready to kill them.
Switch to the ads as soon as they spawn.
Get back into your
Watch your
claws.
range. Again, you guys can death coil those. You can stun them. You can use any sort of CC on those. Claw Tentacle on the boss here. Dark Glare in 9 seconds. Here comes Dark Glare.
2 tentacles incoming
Sorry,
soon.
So watch for which way you're spinning. You need to kill the tentacles as you move. They have priority. Just push the fight as far as we can get it. It's no big deal. We're not expecting to kill him the first one. I don't think anybody expects that.
Oh, even if you get in the next phase with 30 people, you can kill it.
We're doing pretty good.
Just keep yourself spread 10 yards. It's going to go back to the regular phase again. You don't want to get chained. Switch to the ads. Everybody on the ads. Again, insist to fight the mechanics.
Not enough mana. I need more mana. I need to get closer.
Okay, Dark Glare coming up here. Switch to the tentacles quickly.
Phase 2, kill those other tentacles.
Everybody should be grouping up at the
Yeah, we
throne
should
spot.
group at the north side here, and tanks need to be ready to pick up a tentacle. Here we go. Yeah, sorry, I actually forgot to explain that. Keep Craft alive. He's holding the giant tentacle.
Oh, I got swallowed.
So if you get stuck into the stomach, if you're a healer, just top up all of the DPS and then come on out. DPS stay in as long as you can.
Tentacles, kill
Everybody on
tentacles.
everybody on the tentacles.
And you can stun the big one.
And you guys need to spread to your original positions if you can, because that way we can be on top of these tentacles a little bit easier when they spawn.
Yeah, we'll just spread to original positions, but stay close to the boss, since he no longer
The eye
beams.
laser in this phase.
We don't have to worry about staying spread in this phase. There's no more eye beam.
Only the big ones can do it.
We got a claw tentacle. You guys have timers on the tentacle? Because I don't.
Tentacle timers on.
Yeah, it's every about
40
20 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know why
Giant-
my DBM thought got timers for it.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Gildred.
Tentacles? Killed eye tentacles.
Yeah, as long as the giant eye tentacle gets interrupted, it's not a big deal.
What was the health inside the stomach, out of curiosity?
One of them's at 8%, and the other one's at 100%.
We had a lot of tanks and
All of them.
healers get sucked in.
One nature potion.
Craft kill, the other one is lower. Without a
It's okay. We're just gonna wipe it down. It's fine. That's a pretty solid first attempt, I'd say. You guys got to see most of the mechanics. Maybe some people didn't get sucked into the stomach, but a lot of us already know what that looks like. So
Oh, look, we made a pile here.
that's the whole fight. So you guys are already aware. The only thing you guys didn't see there is when you kill the tentacles in the stomach, he goes into a 45-second phase where he just takes a ton of damage, and then you rinse and repeat. So you're basically just killing ads until you get sucked into the stomach, and rinse and repeat in the second phase. Is there anybody confused about what's going on? Anybody that has like questions?
So is the melee priority when we get into the second phase to kill the small guy, the small tentacles, because we can just interrupt the big guys, or what should be the prio?
If they're both up, I think the big tentacle is the priority. Because the big tentacle has the ability to chain lightning people and kill like your entire raid,
You
and
mean
most
the
people aren't
Stalker.
spreading out. Yeah, the eye stalk, and most people are not spreading out with 10 yards anymore in that phase, so that's extremely dangerous that it can chain. So you want to get that down as soon as possible.
Gotcha. Okay.
The only thing I forgot to mention is obviously the giant tentacle claws, which thanks to you guys are going to pick those up. Those spawn based on where players actually are in the room, I think. So if everybody moves to the north side of the room, it makes it very easy to predict where it's going to spawn, because you can simply put a tank on the right side, a tank on the left side, and a tank in the middle, and it will spawn on one of them. And a tank can just immediately pick it up, and you can drop it quick. We just need to have more people alive going into that phase, because we just don't have enough DPS to get rid of the tentacles at a certain point.
Also, we didn't have hat tricks, so some groups got uncovered by heals, I think.
Satrix
The
hates us.
hat tricks just DC'd on the start. Is he back?
Just wanted to sabotage us.
Yeah, had to give you guys a taste of it.
Yeah, he was
Thanks,
living for this
Hatrix.
moment. Just
Could've killed
to
it.
fuck you over.
Easy for you.
Yeah, just blame Hatrix for that wipe. It was just
Yeah.
clearly his fault.
Do you have
Such bullshit.
do you have a tank with a amount? Because that was really scary.
Oh, come on.
do it.
Even if you died, Cthulhu still would have died. So
Yeah, but like think about that epic journey and like story that you just did, you know?
you know, if you die, I'll pay your repair.
Do you have a GNPP and not the baby ones then? Because that would save me.
Oh, I don't want to give you a greater one. That's expensive.
So is my repair bill. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
With cloth?
Grand Marshal gear. It's
It's a
expensive.
Grand Marshal claw. That's expensive as
Ooh.
shit.
Whoa.
The flex.
The
There's
hard
no Grand
flex.
Marshal cloth.
That is true.
You
Hey, the
know
weapon
what we're
alone.
saying.
Don't bring Grand Marshal.
I think you just need a shield on you preemptively, and then you need to wait for your shield to like just run out so you can get another shield immediately.
So we click final chamber, correct?
Yeah, final chamber.
What are these quests? Are one of them the head turn in or?
No, that's turn in, snarry, and hold. They're both the weapon tokens.
They're just for weapon tokens that you get off of, some of the bosses in here. I think Viscidus drops one. Twin M's can drop them.
Every boss in here, except for Cthulhu, can drop one.
Oh, it is every boss. I didn't even realize.
Trade, what shield is better? The one from here or BWL?
They're about equal, honestly.
Do you have the BWL shield?
I don't have the Black Wingler shield.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, we've only ever seen one Black Wingler shield, and ST picked it up and retired. So,
The day after.
and I don't know about the day after, but he did retire shortly after.
What about those boots of Burtov?
Those things are cursed. Nobody gets them retires.
So again, with Dark Glare, just a reminder for you guys, because I don't know how far you guys were running. I didn't exactly get to see the other side of Cthulhu's massive eye. But you only have to run 180 degrees around the boss. So as if you were running straight through the boss, you'll never have to run further than that. That's the ideal way to reposition. So it keeps everybody in formation a little bit easier and keeps things a bit more organized, and won't be killing the eye stalks at the same speed as previously. Doesn't disorient the raid. Do you need more nature protection, Demir?
No, I'm good. I pre-popped one.
Gotcha.
And I'll have a health pot just in case this time.
People died to the Dark Glare.
It's easy to get knocked into the dark glare by one of those small tentacles. You
Yeah,
don't have to follow it.
if a tentacle spawns on you, yeah, you can easily get knocked into it. And that'll
If you
kill
want
you for
to
sure.
challenge as a mage, you can blink through it and not die.
Patching makes that very risky. Don't do that.
I know.
You can blink through it, but then you still have to move back to your original position 180 degrees out of phase.
Okay, hopefully everybody's ready here. Executive, I think we're just waiting on you.
I was following one of my favorite streamers.
That's really interesting.
It's Bombay.
Okay, so if we can.
Max.
Wow.
Dude.
Someone had to do it.
How much you got paid?
Officer, by the way.
Quality.
Max trash.
It hits the
Love
first
bitch.
person for the least amount and chains compounding damage off. of the first
That
person.
doesn't. If I messed
person-
up, I would be the one
the
dead.
person,
That
the
is not
person
true.
who's alive. That's not true. Yeah,
It
the
hit me
person
for
who's
5
alive gets the
million,
least
by the way.
amount.
It hit me for 395,000.
I got hit
I
for
know it's-
7 million.
I got hit for 5 million.
I didn't get hit.
At least I didn't lose my bus.
I'm not standing anywhere near max ever again.
Good thing I fucking just pre-consumed everything.
I saw it happening too. Max was so close anyway.
Running back and forth.
Yeah, what's the highest? What's the highest damage you got? Bleezy has 16 million.
It's okay.
I think
Max.
that wins.
Max just wanted to use more candles to buff you guys.
I didn't have to pay Zal to do the same thing.
And he just wanted to make me give Demira another nature protection potion.
I didn't die.
No, Demir didn't die. Never mind. That's perfect then, Max. Well done.
Smart enough not to stand next to Max.
Smarter than all of us.
I think all of the pugs lived, so I think the pugs are the smart ones here. It's just the nimble brain.
It is a corner.
The Vichy curse.
That was
Well, it just wasn't gonna be right to only have one wipe on Cthulhu for a kill. So
Hey, we didn't wipe. We still had people alive.
You got
Oh,
murdered.
that's true.
That's not a wipe. It's just fucking assassination.
Can you use a Zanza elixir to reflect the first IB with the boss?
I don't know,
Oh.
maybe.
They put can't be reflected on every fucking possibility after it was cheesed.
Ah, that's a
1.9.
shame. That's a shame.
I like how Gassie's just over there dancing, looking at us being bad. Along with Shepard.
I went to this side because this side lived, so.
I went to this side because I'm supposed to be on this side of the boss.
You're
Same.
just on the side for your group.
Guys, hug the wall if you want to walk across.
Ah, crap. I went to the wrong place.
Oh, we can summon you. You went to Twin Apps.
Hey guys, Wyndham lived, so it's all good.
Okay then. I feel better knowing that.
It's okay. I hadn't burned through enough consumables for only an hour and a half of raiding, so.
Oh, I have to reuse my nature protection potion?
You died.
Isn't that how you didn't die?
Wait, it didn't protect you from 16 million damage?
No, he only took 5k because he was the one that pulled it.
Pretty sure it was someone else. I just pulled healer aggro because I had just buffed.
Yeah.
No, we're about 100%
I
it was
don't
you.
think it works that way. Can't pull aggro off of an I-beam.
I will say this: Toxins never killed us with the I-beam.
Yeah, I vote
Yeah.
Toxin. And you
Toxin for
Fast Lead.
officer.
I'm
Let's
okay with
switch.
that.
I need priest buff, lazy max.
Working on it.
And mage, lazy mages. Fine. Mages are not. Must have been
Damn
a
right.
bug. My mages would never.
Shepard's trading him.
What?
All
we
right,
get a good-
please, nobody get us killed unless it's Demira. Then it's okay.
If we get a good timing on the push into phase 2, you can spam your drink button too, unless they fix that.
I don't think they did.
So try to make sure we push it not when Mind Flayers just spawned.
Frosty, Bleezy, and Demira. That's all we're waiting on right now.
So in the mix between phase 1 and phase 2, we go to the throne and then we go back out.
You go to the throne, you kill the big tentacle, and then you make sure you're in position for the Mind Flayers, kill them, and then go back to the throne.
Yeah, you spread out again purely for the Mind Flayers. You don't care about the 10 yards anymore. Just purely so that you can deal with the ads faster. That's all.
Do the ads keep spawning in phase 2? Or is it
The
only
ads
once?
will keep spawning in phase 2. Yes, they will keep spawning. Every 30 seconds, the circle of eye tentacles will spawn around Cthulhu.
And we need to
regardless
kill
of
them
the phase.
immediately.
Yep,
Need
they
a
need to
powered
die
shield
quickly.
before I go too.
Yep, let's get a powered shield on Demiro. You'll wait for the debuff to run off, and then we can get a second one on. Them.
Should we save?
Frosty, are you here? Frosty, are you here?
He said R. He put R.
Okay, got you. Okay, you're good to pull.
Good timer, please.
What were you asking for, Nash?
I was just suggesting that maybe we should hold cooldowns if we get in the stomach. That
5,
way we can down it
4,
quickly.
3, 2,
Not a bad
1.
idea.
Oof.
You can't walk near me.
Let's run some battle roses here. Sinia, if you want to grab Max, if you can.
Just means this time there's room for me to melee.
Should I get Kyra?
No other B roses yet. Switch to the ads here, please. Dark Glare. Kill ads as you run away. Careful of the claw tentacle and the black right now. Black circle around Cthulhu. Again, you guys should be repositioning 180 degrees, so.
You guys can safely melee him this whole time, like Bornash and people. He doesn't do the green beam.
Yeah, he won't eye beam you while he's in this phase, so you're free to DPS and not worry about your range so much. Just make sure you spread out as soon as Death Glare is over. Dark Glare. Switch to the ads.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Honestly, so since there's nothing to tank for us tanks for the most part in the first phase, whenever the eye beams spawn or the eye stalk spawn, tanks, you guys are able to just run over to them and immediately pummel. Like we can just stay in berserker stance the whole time. That's no problem, unless you're tanking a big claw tentacle.
Yeah, the tentacle's just mind playing over.
You guys need to spread again 10 yards. Switch to the odds.
So we want to deal with these next mine players, but it looks like the timing might be correct to kill them and then push.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead and switch to the ads while you're running away from Dark Player here. So once he gets pushed to 0 health, that's when we're going to be grouping on the north side of the room over by where these gongs are. Also, you guys need to get the eye tentacle down over there. We're going to be grouping on the north side of the room. I'll take the middle. Actually, I guess we don't have other tanks alive, so... You know,
Okay, spam your drink button. Okay, it looks like they... Oh, there it is.
They did not
Oh,
fix it.
you are able to drink. Yep.
I'm drinking.
Everybody should be grouping on the north side.
Oh, that's fucking unfortunate.
That's very far away.
Ooh, that hurt.
You guys are on the south side. Why are you guys over here?
Because we were killing those last Mind Flayer tents. That didn't
And then they were drinking.
Gotcha.
Ow.
Yeah, watch your aggro still. Switch to the eye tentacles quickly.
Make sure you kick that eye beam.
Yep, the faster you guys can kick or disorient or stun those eye stalks, the better. Eye tentacles.
One tentacle's down in the stomach.
I think our pull is just a not amazing pull, sadly. Which I'll take responsibility for. I think it's my bad on the first chain there.
You can technically reset the fight if we run out, can't we?
I don't think
Good
so. I think
try.
I'll just teleport you to you. I think I'll teleport you in.
And we're about to make him vulnerable.
You guys can go ahead and release now. Just start heading back so get as many attempts in as we can before people have to start going. We still have over an hour, but you know, I want to get as many attempts in as we can if we can kill. Which I'm confident we can kill.
Is there a macro?
Yeah, we got it.
Anyone got a macro for those Eye Stalkers? Just be faster. They need to just go down quicker.
Should the people in like group 7 and 8 hesitate a little bit to let the early groups run through their zone? Because I think we got caught with a bunch of people in like section 8, like 7 or 8, and then we got zapped.
People that got instant like blasts in zone 8.
Yeah, you just gotta hug the right or left side of the wall, I'm guessing, if you're not in 7 and 8. Like, you can't just run, like, the least path of resistance. You have to hug the wall.
If it's done properly, he should shoot me 3 times at the beam, and then he gives you 10 seconds. Or 5 seconds or something. Crazy amount of time. It's just someone walked near me when I was getting shot by the 3rd beam there. Maybe I could stand a little further back from him. I got a little close to him.
Okay, so did we just went in too soon? There's three shots on the initial beam.
It wasn't too soon. Just I might have.
Somebody got close to him and took a beam, so you got to stay away from Demir.
Stand further back this time so that maybe there's less chance melee come near me.
I would think you'd be closer. It'd be better, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close to him. Maybe put a marker on my head so people don't walk near me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm confident we can kill this. I feel like you guys have got some good experience with it now. We just need to be able to keep people alive on the pool and I don't know. We're doing pretty well. There are plenty of guilds that they kill him in the first weakness. So the first 45 seconds that he's weak, a lot of guilds of world buffs will just kill him in that 45-second phase.
I don't think we have the DPS.
I don't think we have the DPS either. Usually to do that, you want to be able to hold on to your world buffs up to that point, or at least a portion of your raid. But yeah, we'll be two-phasing it. But I think that's not a problem anyways, as long as, again, we don't lose people on the pool. Again, does anybody have any questions about any of the mechanics or anything that's going on with Cthulhu right now? If you are afraid to speak up, you're always welcome to DM me or whisper Drade as well.
Can I get some more water for my mage, please?
Is everyone doing the 180 rotation?
You at that?
As close as I can.
It seems like the majority of people are. There are some people that are slightly out of position, but I mean, you can't exactly know, what exactly is 180 degrees roughly from the position you left. But
Most deaths are occurring to either double beam on the same person, like so he's taking 6k damage, and the other one's like mind flay plus a beam on the same target. Like you need to be careful about that. Like if you're getting mind flayed and you know he's targeting you, use a pot. He does have a targeted target, I think, or it's pretty obvious who he's shooting.
he does have a target, so you do know who
He
he's gonna
targets
be.
you. Yeah, he targets you when he eye beams.
So any healers in that area should also keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll just have to keep throwing attempts at it here. I mean, keep in mind that you're also a 37-man raid. So we are missing some people from the start.
Where's my boy Knopf?
Yeah, he was supposed to come on like within 0 to 60 minutes of start time, but he said it's his brother's birthday, so I didn't have any expectations. His mom probably threatened to beat him up. Okay, we're gonna ready check her again. All right, Drade, please try to not mess the pull up for Demir. Thank you. Just waiting on Frosty here. Right, everyone's good to go. You can go ahead and throw a shield on Demir here. I'll pull timer it.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Shield Demir, please.
You should take a break here. Make sure you're spreading out.
Make sure you guys are 10 yards range spread.
My tentacles in 11 seconds.
Tentacle is going to be popping up here soon. Make sure you use your stuns, your disorients,
And your counter spells.
Glare.
Death Glare. Don't get killed by the laser.
So healers, if you have it active in your frames, you can see who he's targeting. Just look for someone who has aggro. That helps.
Make sure you guys spread out here when this ends. You got 17 more seconds on it.
Remember your direction 180 degrees.
We're gonna have eye tentacles immediately after Death Glare ends, so you need to immediately turn around and kill the ads. 4 seconds. The ads are gonna spawn in 5 seconds here. Make sure you're switching, killing the ads. You need to spread out 10 yards again.
That spell isn't ready yet. Cast that yet.
Oh, this is going great. Just keep this up, and we'll do one more Dark Glare.
That's still recharging.
We got a glare in 10 seconds. We're gonna have tentacles in 9 seconds. So the tentacles and the glare are gonna hit at the same time. Make sure that if the glare is nowhere close to you, that you are killing those ads very quickly. Again, you cannot be chain lightninged in this phase, so just kill those ads. Kill the ads quick.
Sunder fell off.
Make sure you're getting 10 yards apart.
You should be able to push this here. 10 seconds. You guys are gonna have to spread again after, so be aware melee. Watch your 10 yards. We're gonna have tentacles spawning in 10 seconds. You guys are gonna have to swap to those quick. Even if the boss is 1%, you need to swap the tentacles. It's the #1 priority. 3 seconds on spawn. There they are. Go ahead and swap.
Okay, to the throne, everyone. Right
Yeah,
now.
everybody to the north side of the room here. There's still a tentacle up back there.
Yep, kept us in combat.
I get a judgment of
There's the
wisdom.
tentacle. Tentacle will spawn over there.
Get a judgment of wisdom on the main boss.
I see some melee on Cthulhu. They're supposed to be on the tentacle, right?
They're
You can't
supposed to be
hurt
on-
Cthulhu.
Yeah, you
hurt him,
can't.
it's
Don't
he's
DPS
vulnerable.
Cthulhu.
Okay, we're getting small tentacles soon, so spread it around the room and get ready to kill them.
Switch to the eye tentacles.
That yet.
And the big one.
Stun the big one if you can.
Yeah, you should always be on the big one.
North side of the room.
Good, come back to the throne. Because we're gonna get a big claw tentacle next.
Do people have timers on the claw tentacles? Because I don't have one.
I do.
Timers up
They're
right
coming
now.
up right now.
We're getting eyes
Switch to the
off.
eye tentacles.
I'm out of range.
Eye tentacles first.
Cthulhu's weakened.
We need to kill the tentacle first. It's priority.
Yeah, you do not want to push his weekend until we're ready.
If you guys are in the stomach and you're about to kill the last tentacle, if you are the person who's about to kill it, call it for us above. Because if there's no ads up,
Go
then it's
for that.
perfect.
Go for that for some time.
Yes, we know. We need to know before.
Yeah, we need to know before for future. That's all I'm saying. It's okay. I didn't explain that.
We still have 15 seconds. to do
Which
damage.
way is Cthulhu's like facing? This way?
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
I think it's
Doesn't
all
matter.
heads back. You're asking because you want to be behind the target.
Follow the dagger rogue.
Back to the throne side.
Everybody on the north side. We
Iron
wait for
claw
that
in
spawn.
5 seconds.
Here it is.
Can we get a wisdom on it?
Yeah. We're gonna get a big eye stalk and the small eye stalks next.
15 seconds on those.
Make sure you're ready for the ads here.
Keep wisdom on the boss, please. Really need it for the casters since we didn't get out of combat.
Yeah, spread out for the eyes.
That ability isn't
3
ready.
seconds.
Get ready to kill the big one.
Switch to the ads quickly.
Back to the throne. We're gonna get small tentacles and the big claw tentacles. Small tentacles take priority.
That's still recharging.
You need to get out of the stomach if you're low. Don't let yourself die.
Yeah, I
again.
was. There was no way I was getting out. I was at 700 health. I was on the thing trying to leave. Got pulled in after getting.
That spell isn't ready yet.
They're Black Vornash.
I just got sucked into the stomach while I was tanking. Somebody needs to taunt that if they can.
It's dead.
You got 2 seconds on tentacles. They're all pounding right now.
Interrupt on the big one.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Only one stomach tentacle left. It's at almost full health though.
I'm out of range. I can't pass that yet. It's too far away.
Get that eye.
Fuck.
Be careful when you're on the jump pad for a Cthulhu, by the way, in the stomach.
Last stomach's at 15%.
It's
we have a
actually
giant.
Yeah, we're wiping right now, anyways. Anyway, so when you're in the stomach, if you jump on the side of the jump pad and you don't get a %, and that way we can actually, coordinate that when there's no ads up, and that'll allow us to do the most damage on the boss.
Should we call out when we counterspell or bash the giant eye tentacle? Because we had like a bunch of people die that time to the giant eye tentacle.
Are we
Just
able
so
to? Are we
we'll
able
have
to
an
stun the giant eye tentacle? Do you guys know?
Yes.
Oh, why don't we just have rogues rotating stuns on it and just stop doing DPS on them? Obviously, you're going to do DPS anyways, but why don't you build your combo points towards stuns? That's going to help us more.
If your daggers is really low, slow to build up combo points. Just stun.
Sinister Strike, you guys got it. I'm kidding.
Rogues are actually pretty bad at stunning on PvE.
The thing is, there's a lot of time that you're waiting around until you actually swap to those ads sometimes. So a lot of the times you're going in on a target with 100 energy. And even if you can just get a 2-second stun on it, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to go full 5 combo points to stun.
So it's the big tentacle eye that's what's killing us mainly.
Well, that has the chain lightning effect in the second phase, right? Which is why it needs to die really quickly, because most people aren't staying 10 yards in the second phase, and we're not asking people to, which is why it needs to die quickly, because otherwise you have the same thing that happens with the pull on Cthulhu.
If you want, I could go respec and get him counterspell.
I don't think that's gonna do too much. I think we're good with what we have. We just need to be a little better about things. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, counterspell locks him out anyway, just as long.
Yeah. Well, it's just that you get that additional silence on top of it, so you can get.
Yeah, but it doesn't restart casting until it's actually out of school lock.
You just have to hit it while it's casting.
Would you like to purchase something? Goodbye.
Yeah, you don't unless you have the blanket. You just need to wait until you see it casting, then cast counterspell.
Yeah,
We really want to avoid pushing the boss. With mind flayers up, though, we really need the drink.
I noticed you guys got a lot better at DPSing while you were moving that time, so things are getting a lot cleaner. It's the small details right now. We pushed the phase a lot faster that time, so I mean, I guess less people died on the pool as well.
Yeah, Drade.
Yeah, when Drade does what he's supposed to.
How many seconds do we have once one of those big tentacles pops up that beams before the first beam goes off?
I think it's like 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's like.
You get.
It can start casting immediately, but it's like a 2-second cast.
The reason I say even just a 1 or 2 combo point stun is fine is because 1 or 2 seconds makes a difference for enough people to get into position and get in range of it to just chain CC it with counter spells and death coils and stuff as well. So it's just even having that extra 1 or 2 seconds makes a big difference. That's all I'm saying. You'd much rather give up 30 energy or 60 energy than give up 2 or 3 players because I-beam got off. Demira, do you need another nature protection?
Yeah, if possible, please. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Bring that many. Or I'll eat up my good ones.
Frosty, Zilarian, are you guys good? Max, you good?
Yep.
Okay, you can power shield Demira.
He has one.
I'm good for a timer now. It's at 8 seconds.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What? Why don't we just run out and reset?
And where Demira is here at the front. Yeah, there can't be anybody who does any threat on the start because immediately you're putting combat with Cthulhu. So, for example, if you are to use like Battle Shout, or if you are to use Renew, or if you are to buff anything after the pull, you're immediately gonna pull aggro and chain the raid. So you just can't do anything until people are in position. If you guys can just run into the glare and die, because we're going to be waiting.
Does Vanish work if I come outside?
If you're out of combat, maybe. And we can't zone in because you guys aren't out of combat.
I saw some here will pull. I'm right like before the steps. Actually, not on the step.
Yeah, so again, just I suppose that's an important note that maybe we hadn't explained as well. Just don't do anything on the initial pull. because
Oh,
you can
someone's in combat.
you can very easily take aggro off of Demira.
Zone in until people are out of combat, else you'll get put back in combat.
It's anybody that's zoned in combat right now.
Oh, what happened was,
I was so stoned.
and she used it.
I see. Okay.
It wasn't even close, but he liked it.
I lived.
How are healers and mana towards the end of the fight, by the way, or at least towards when we start piping? How are you guys doing with mana?
If we can, for me at least, if we can get that drink off, it's fine.
So if you don't get the drink off, how are you on mana?
It feels pretty
Are you
bad,
in
but
that fight?
if we keep wisdom up, it's not terrible for the priest who can just wand.
I almost went but that
No
was
issues
because
with
I.
paladins.
I'm just curious, like, if it's okay to not get out of combat, or if we absolutely have to get out of combat.
The big killer, what's killing us is the healer. I think the healers need to spread out better in phase 2. When you say spread out for the mind flayers, we need healers going into the back. I think a lot of people are dying because they're going to the other end of the room.
Yeah, that's what got me.
And then healers aren't going out there with them.
Wait a second to do buffs because we have some people who still haven't caught up. If you're buffing all groups. I think I just need fortitude.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Please. Oh, never mind. I have one.
If anybody has a nature protection potion they can give to Demira here, I am actually all out. Use the 11 that I brought.
I'll give it.
Not gonna lie, I almost went over and saw Cthulhu to give it to him.
Okay, go ahead and powered shield Demira here. I'm gonna pull timer. Please be careful how close you get to the corner when you're moving.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Make sure to avoid Demira so you do not chain it to us.
You can also go behind the first set of pillars too. When you
Looks like he batched and only did 2 beams, so start spreading out. He's gonna give you a little second. I think he's gonna start.
Kill the claw tentacle there quick. Nice.
Eyes in 15.
Auxiliarian, that was quick.
Eyes coming up in 5.
Got Dark Glare shortly after. Try and kill these tentacles quickly. Dark Glare, so watch for the spinning. Kill the tentacles quick. Kashin, if you can B-res Pimpillo, and Cinia, do you have your battle rose up?
I have mine.
Dian can pick up Solarian.
Salary died. Never mind, I found it.
Tentacles again in 16.
Make sure you guys watch your range checks, please.
Get ready for tentacles.
Tentacles in 2 seconds. Here we go.
You can bandage once you get these things done.
Even when you guys are swapping the tentacles, you have to be very aware of your 10-yard range to people, because you can very easily die.
Open 10.
We got glare and tentacles at the same time again, so just make sure you're not in glare and then swap to the tentacles. Here we go, dark glare. Swap to the tentacles now. Cinia, if you have a battle rose up, can you pick up Aladine?
You're getting close to your position. 5 seconds left on Dark Glare.
We're gonna have tentacles in 7 seconds. Make sure you guys are spread. Make sure you guys are spread.
Sorry, we didn't even see you there.
Okay, let's try and push the phase so you guys can drink. Try and run to the north side, everybody else.
Wait till after he's done beaming. Should be pushing him though. Let's see.
Craft, if you can get the northeast side, and Raspberry, if you can get the northwest side, I'll take the middle.
It's still doable with this many people. We have to be good with the eye tentacles.
On the claw right as
Tentacle is coming up here soon.
in the wall.
It's in the wall over there. We need to switch to the eye tentacles first. Keep the tank alive. It's tanking.
Whoever sees the tentacle first, ping it on the map, please.
This is weird.
I can't target it. I don't line us up.
Yeah, you can target it from one side.
You got to tap.
Eye tentacle coming up.
Eye tentacle switch,
Eye.
please.
Now we have to spread out, right?
No, you don't have to spread in this phase. Unless it's a big eye tentacle, then you need to spread.
Which there is.
Yeah,
that.
which-
Like,
yeah,
it's still
you
up.
got 2 are all. No, it's a new tentacle.
One.
be one that you need to spread for. It's in the wall.
Why is it
It's just the
spawning
big
so-
one, yeah. I don't know why the spawns are so retarded.
It spawns on somebody.
So we have people standing in the wall, is that why?
Yeah, it's claw tentacles.
So you guys need to position more towards the north side of the room when the boss is at like 2%, so you can get your drink there. So you guys who want to drink, you guys need to preemptively set yourself up to do that by getting to the north side of the room earlier. Otherwise it hurts us going into this phase because we have to run all the way to the other side of the room and then we get behind on the kills. Thank
Can you guys
for
see the
sending
health?
these things.
Yeah.
Got a giant eye tentacle here.
Well, the regular eye tentacles still spawn on the other side of the room.
Yeah, I know. It can't just be in the north. No one's killing the south ones, and they're killing.
But
us.
they spawn on somebody is what they just said.
No. The giant
No,
eye
it's
tentacle
small
spawns
eye.
on somebody.
Oh yeah, I understand. Oh sorry, I thought
The eye
that's what you were
tentacles
saying.
spawn in a ring. They always spawn in the same.
Yeah, I understand that. I thought somebody was saying the big one spawns specifically on somebody too.
It does. That
Just
is
the big one.
correct. But what's killing us is the fact that we don't have
What's
people
killing
in
us is the
posi-
little one.
Yeah, we don't have people in position to kill the little ones in time, and it's
don't have
really
people
hard to
pos-
heal. Each one that just left alone deals 750 DPS to a random player. So if you have 3 or 4 of them
we're
up,
behind from the. We're behind from the start, right? Because we get behind on the first tentacle because it spawns somewhere really stupid, which generally spawns on a caster who's drinking off on the side on the wall somewhere, and then that puts us behind for the wave of tentacles because everybody's positioned in one corner, really far away. So we need people to group up like more central to like the edge of the black ring, but close to the gong, and that way we can go into that phase cleaner, I think. And I think that if you want to drink, you need to again set yourself up preemptively to do that by moving towards that position when the eye or when Cthulhu is at like 4 or 5% in the first phase.
I'm kind of with Aladdin here. If we don't spread out, then the little eye tentacles are going to just continue to just demolish the casters because we just don't get to them quick enough to kill them before they end up killing someone.
No, everyone just runs to the north when the big ones are about to spawn, and then you just do your loop around them, kill all the small ones.
The whole point of running to the north is that you know where it's going to spawn and everybody can be on top of it, and that gives you extra time to position for the next, the next wave of tentacles.
Yeah, because in between when you finish killing that guy, you go around and you clean up the center tentacles that spawn in a ring.
Because you have much more downtime. If you have 10 or 15 seconds to do nothing, it's very easy to get in position and set yourself up for the tentacles that follow subsequently,
Basically, you can't fall behind.
We're just falling behind the way that it sets up initially, especially when half of our casters or half of our DPS can't even do damage to the tentacle because it's in the wall. So that helps put us behind too. And then we have people that are running around trying to get in positions to do DPS, and that lines them up for the eye beams that follow too. People do have to go at midnight tonight, so we've only got maybe 2 or 3 more attempts left in us, just so you guys are aware. So we'll try and make them good ones here, but we are going to call the raid at midnight because there are a reasonable amount of people that have to go. So if you guys have anything you're saving, like Zanza elixirs or something, don't be afraid to use them in these last 2 attempts here. 2 or 3 attempts.
Do we want to possibly give Viscidius another try right before midnight, or are we just going to say, hey, screw Viscidius?
We're just going to leave Viscidus for next week. That's perfectly fine. Viscodus, I know 100% we can kill, but it's gonna take a little bit of practice again.
Yeah, because you can cheese the poison ball.
You can simply just leave the melee outside and just have people that have nature resistance in, and bring them in specifically for oozes. It's pretty simple and easy. We'll kill it 100% next week, but we still have the time to work it this week. I'd rather put the attempts in on Cthulhu because we'll likely spend more time on this boss. Toxin, I'm going to change your group to group 6. If you can figure out where you need to reposition to. It's because I don't have a healer with that group. If anybody's got a nature protection potion for Demira for the pull again,
I'm good.
it and pay you back.
I'm good.
Can I get a 30 minutes for you, please?
Alvara gave me a bunch.
Oh, what a kind guy.
I'll be ready in 1 second.
Frosty, you here? Phenom, you here? Frosty and Phenom. Frosty, you here? Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, make sure you're spread out.
My tentacles are up in 12.
With a glare.
Yep, glare and tentacles will happen at the same time, roughly. Just be ready to move.
My tentacles coming up.
Yeah, Kush, you can't be in 10 yards, man.
Careful of glare. When everybody's alive and in position, you can see that the tentacles just fall over. It's just about being in position preemptively. Make sure you guys spread at the end of this phase, and make sure you guys swap the tentacles. Tentacles will spawn right as this ends.
It's over in 5 seconds.
They're getting spread.
Tentacles, swap to them. Make sure you're staying 10 yards spread. Just try to get everybody through the first phase here. We're going to have a glare in 10 seconds and tentacles immediately afterwards. If you push the boss while he's in glare, does he just stop doing glare?
Tentacles and watch the glare.
Yeah.
Make sure you kill the tentacles here.
Good damage on him here because you can push him right after the glare.
can push him through the glare. Healers, you guys want to get to the north side of the room so you guys can drink here soon.
Which is good, yeah. Get ready to go to the
North side. You want to be north side right now. You want to drink and you want to be on the north side.
Really good drink off here. Melee, don't stand on top of the casters and stuff. You're just gonna get them all knocked.
You're gonna get us tentacled. Burn that.
So good. Are we doing? Are we doing the split ups thing, or are we just doing this group up thing again?
Are we split up when the small ones are spawning?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
split up now. The next
Yep,
giant.
spread out.
Healers come south as well.
If you're a mage and you're near the big tentacle, be ready to counterspell it.
Stun, counterspell, death coil, the big tentacle the second you see it. Switch to the ads here. Make sure you're paying attention for the big tentacle. So there's a big tentacle in the back here.
It's the claw tentacle you worry about, though.
It's the giant eye tentacle.
Oh,
here.
is it? My bad.
Yeah, claw will be up in 18 seconds.
Stun, intercept.
Just try and chain stun it. Don't let it cast. If
shit.
it casts, it kills a lot of people.
Do we spread or north?
Spread.
You can spread again.
Spread.
Small eyes coming in 6 seconds.
Yeah, tank, get ready
Kill
to
the small ads here. Tanks, be ready here. We're gonna pick up a melee ad soon. Spawn in the same location, back right.
How's the stomach tentacles looking percent wise?
One is basically
One's
down.
dead. Get the weak ore, you can see.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
We've got 10 seconds on an eye tentacle, so go back north.
Oh, we spread out now, right?
Make sure you're spread. Yeah, make sure you're spread. You're looking to CC a big eye tentacle. Kill these ads. Keep an eye out for the big tentacle. Here it is.
South.
We need a CC here.
Got a CC.
Stun somebody.
Last stomach at 50%.
Stun
Hold
if you
off
can.
until another wave, probably.
30%.
Yeah, don't kill it. Just get out of the stomach if you need
Do
to.
not kill that tentacle.
Let's wait on the next wave of tentacles. And then we can
20%.
kill it. Let's kill these tentacles. You can push it if you're in there.
We kill the big eye or the big claw.
Kill the big one here.
Okay,
You
whoever's
guys can-
Coming down now.
You guys can pop recklessness. Kill this big tentacle first, guys. What are you doing? Why are you swapping? Kill this thing. Get on
You
the
don't have
boss.
to. You don't have to be worried about doing it in one ball. Just make sure you get it below 50%, basically.
How long is it vulnerable?
45
25 seconds.
So all of you healers are able to just smack this boss in this phase and get some mana. We're
when
not going to be one phasing it until we're well buff, so it's better
when
to
we-
just get mana back.
When we come out of this, it's just going to be a claw tentacle, so we should.
10 seconds.
Do we need to spread?
No, not for this one. This is just claw. So come to the throne and get ready for claw.
Yep, come to the throne. It's a repeat of when we started this phase again.
And from here on out, it's spread for the spawns.
Eye tentacles are in 25. Get ready to spread. Spread.
Go ahead and spread out for the tentacles here.
Good. Keep the wisdom on the boss. It's good.
If you get a battle round, you might want to get Vornash up for the stuns.
Gonna be a big casting tentacle, so be ready to counterspell it, please.
Be ready to ping on the map where it is too.
It's way back in the back. Up north. Throne.
Throne.
I got it.
Counterspell if you can. Stun it if you can.
Stun now.
Intercepting.
I don't think we have a
Intercepting.
battle res, unfortunately. We can't.
Counter.
13 minutes.
Eye tentacles are spawning. 9 seconds with the giant claw.
Okay, be ready to ping the map where it spawns.
Still tentacles at half health.
Switch to the ads here. Eye tentacles here.
It's in the south.
Nice stun on the claw tentacle.
Take it back when you can, trade.
One last tentacle in the stomach.
Make sure we do a good push on the tentacle, though. Don't make it a bad push.
Yeah. Alright, big giant eye coming up, and eye tentacles.
Switch to the tentacles.
South.
CC
No,
the
north, north,
CC the eyes in the north.
Are you ready to push Vuln?
A very good time if it's low.
Yeah, it would be good if you can push it now.
Down.
On the boss after the big guy.
Go ahead and switch the boss.
Yeah, big damage on the boss.
Burn,
Healers, you guys can DPS here too. This is hopefully the last time we have to push up.
Sappers.
Everything.
Everything you have. Looks like this is a kill.
Easily. Good job.
Nice work, guys.
Fantastic
Good job.
Nice, guys.
Damn.
Good job.
Fucking
High stock.
beautiful.
Nice.
Good job.
Both the good builds
Good
dropped.
shit, guys.
Hang in there, y'all.
Big thank
That
you
was
to
beautiful, guys.
Demira for helping us out on the pools and being communicative. I appreciate that.
Thank you everyone that came and helped.
And no problem.
You guys are all beautiful.
So are you.
Good to get the boss down though for the week. It's just free loot.
Well, it's good for the rep
Fine.
too. It's a ton of rep.
Yeah, I'm neutral now, by the way.
Bragging rights as well.
Was, is Raspberry the highest roll?
Yeah, you got a 98.
Congrats. Cool. If I wait, I can't loot this to myself though, because I can't trade it to you guys.
It's just like the head.
It's just like the head. You should be able to trade it, I think.
Are you sure?
I
I'm gonna
didn't
leave
think you
it
could
here.
trade it. Yeah.
It should be fine.
I'm almost positive, 99%.
I'll take it just in case.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll just hold on to that real quick. Okay, priest, mage, warlock, druid. You guys can roll this. So we have 20 minutes left, so I would be willing to go over and give Visca a shot or
Using
two.
in 5.
Yes, let's do it.
Looks like it's staying with Nimble. Okay, so I'm gonna loot the head to myself.
I'm
eye to my
kicking ass rolls for Nimble here, I guess. It's 2 wins.
Lost to a 96 with a 96. Oof.
closing in 5. Congrats, Nimble again.
We'll do loot on the way over to Visk. A nice spell.
How many bugs we have?
I think we've only got 3 or 4 pugs.
3 or 4.
The odds are in your favor.
Closing in 5. Close.
There's no
Toxin
good
on it.
solution to let when it's like that.
Actually, Kane won it.
Kane doesn't count.
Wow, 51 won that. That's it's interesting.
Those rolls were pretty sad for such a great piece.
Oh, I mean, well, what do druids and paladins use right now?
That's well, right now I'm using tier, but technically you would have to be using corn. I can't speak.
You guys can
Cornhound.
You guys can head over to Viscidus if you know where it is.
Corn.
I think you have to run all the way there if you don't have a mail.
Yeah, we have to run all the way to Viscous.
So we'll probably have enough time for 1 attempt and then. We'll
Oh,
fly
Cthulhu
home.
doesn't drop the insignia.
No, he does not drop insignia.
I just ran all the way back. Think I missed it. Rip.
Yeah, he gives like 10,000 rep alternatively. Not
Why?
10,000, but
Why would
He gives
he
2,000.
drop a Karaji Lord's insignia?
Wait, did we forget to take a picture?
no, we're not
did
taking
not
a
take
picture.
picture.
We don't care.
Why?
Cthulhu isn't even anything.
Wow.
500 rip.
Cthulhu is fucking nothing.
That's
You
why
got
I'm stressed as
2.5k.
fuck.
It's not 2k. And also 500 to Scenario Circle.
Yeah, that's an iron circle's nice.
Oh yeah, I got the fire resistance enchant from Scenario and Circle. I think it's the cloak one, the 25. And I am almost honored so I can do the one that Mew's doing as well. So if Mew's not around, I'll be able to do it as well. The Is it the agi one? No, nature resistance. I'm retarded.
Yeah, let's do some loot with the run over to Viskir.
This is for Nimble.
Or Kyra.
Is Nimble a DKP guild or a loot council?
We are a council.
Look,
Guild.
council.
Okay.
Did we say rogue hunter or just everyone?
If you need it, you're always welcome to link and put your piece.
Oh,
in.
okay.
All right, congrats to Kyra on the trinket here.
That trinket has a really high value on hunters. If you're wondering why he got it, because they can feign death and swap trinkets.
I already got the macro and everything.
Yeah, the only crappy part is you went week 1 Kyra and you got all the best pieces.
There's a bug with Jom Jabber as well right now. Don't abuse it or you'll get banned.
I'm going to abuse it and I will get banned. Thank you.
Wait, do you actually get banned? No way.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
I mean, what if it's an accident? I mean, how would they fucking know?
3-day ban at the most. Just permanent uptime.
Can you guys who want this item, can you guys type into raid what your reputation is at? I think we're gonna do that for these early
The
tokens.
legs are revered, correct?
I don't think any piece is revered. I think honored is the highest.
Oh, it's I know what you're talking about. Never mind. I forget
What is
that
it,
this is
circle?
with Brood of Nosdormu.
Or brood.
Is it Cenarian Circle or Broodlord?
Boots and brace. Boots and shoulders is neutral. Friendly is helm. I think honored is chest and legs. The only people that are right now that are in neutral are Lykov and me, because we did the night farm till like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, but like the chest isn't useful for warlocks. It's just for PvP. And for mages, yes, it is. The legs.
This is for the
not
legs.
useful For,
This is the
yeah,
legs.
The legs is not useful for mages. So.
The legs
And neither is for warlocks.
would be bigger for warriors because it's 4
Yeah,
stealth
it's
damage
warriors.
for a mage.
By
For-
far, and then a rogue.
Yeah, Worgen.
It's worse even than Bloodvine for even for mages.
I wouldn't go that far. It's got stats.
I talk about the light token. It's terrible.
I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going.
Just follow the train of people. Hopefully, at least one of
I'm
those
following
people on the train
the
know where they're going.
They know where they're going.
I can wait at the bottom of Viscidus and try and haul herd people in. You gentlemen and ladies, over to the green bug.
Somebody just whispered me, "Do you know where you're going?" I don't. I'm just going.
You know, if you install the add-on TomTom, you can set waypoints and have a GPS in here.
That's
If you
not.
wanna be lazy.
That's not fun. Shut up.
It's not even that useful because this place kind of curls back on itself.
What are we in Wrath with instance maps? Disgusting.
This man needs a GPS. He is a boomer. He gets lost and disoriented.
Yes.
Bring 2 sticks and have him wait for them to move.
Just put out a silver watch for me or whatever it is.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it silver?
Something like that. I can't remember. Okay, I'm totally lost. I'm sorry, people that are following me. I may be going the right direction. I have no idea.
If you can slash target,
Congrats straight on the legs.
Congrats, Dread. If you can
Ooh,
target
congrats,
Mew
Dread.
Fury, you can follow that direction.
Paladin, Hunter, Warlock, Druid. If you guys would like this, please type 1. Link your piece.
Okay, we went too far, guys. Back whence we came.
Am I with the dumb group?
You are.
God.
If you got Kashin near you, yes.
At least we all have mounts.
We're the bug group, man.
I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna craft Bloodvine very soon.
It's this way.
If you give me the mats, I can make Bloodvine for you.
Yeah, I just.
I just want your name on it.
Whose
Yeah.
name does he want on it?
I'm
Like,
putting Lakeoff's name on it.
Ah, Damn, rejected. My name's only stamped on half the people in the guild.
Well, not this way.
Yeah, Kane. Come on.
Oh my god. What did I do to deserve this?
Alright. It's this
I
way.
just follow tanks. That's all I do.
Yeah, big mistake.
No? Didn't we go this way?
I have no idea.
I don't think it's this way.
God.
It's gotta be this way. I don't
Please,
know.
me. I'm gonna follow Raspberry.
I don't know.
Isn't it down like a staircase or something?
It's at like the top of something, isn't it?
No, that's at the bottom of something.
Can you guys, if you're there already, summon us?
With what shards?
0 shards.
Do I need to just come find you?
Impetus, would you end up actually using this piece if you were to get this piece? Would you? Is it better than tier 2 in Bloodvine?
It's not better than
It's
Bloodvine.
not better than. It's not better than Bloodvine.
Okay.
So
It's
it's-
pretty obvious. The auto goes to Mew because he's the only one that got the rep. Come on.
What do you mean?
That's true. He'll get the most use.
But that's not for a mage.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Is
oh,
this
never
another
mind.
reason?
A rogue. A rogue.
Hello? Hello, rogue?
Scheherazade does this every raid.
Mew, wait for me, Mew.
What do you mean? I'm going to go find the lost children. I'm going the wrong way. Trying to find people.
I don't know where the right way is.
What is going on?
Oh, I see it. I see
That
it. It's in the wall.
Is for the, but the one is mages logs. It's like, it's mages get first. The logs won't use it. I will get like for PvP when everyone has it.
But
you're a field marshal.
Which isn't on that token.
I'm a warlock. My PvP gear is better. My PV gear is better than my PvP.
Congrats to Cinia on the tier 2.5.
Okay.
Did you guys take Twin Emperors or Final Chamber?
We are at Biscuitus, which we can actually just summon you. If you guys want to type 1 in raid chat if you're lost, we'll just summon you over here.
We don't have that many shards. We can't really summon a lot of people.
We have 4 warlocks. Come on.
If you summon me,
Alright,
I
I
can
got
summon
facts.
some people.
Yeah, we gotta hurry.
There's also only 4 people that are behind, so.
Got probably 1 attempt on this. Unfortunately, we don't have all night to put on it. I mean, we can try. We can see who's able to stick around longer, but it would be pretty sweet to kill this guy because then you'd have a week 1 9 out of 9.
Just Cinia.
I'm willing to put in a couple more polls if we have enough people.
Who do I need to summon?
Cinia.
Just Cinia. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Are we using nature resistance gear? What's the strat here?
Now let's
yeah.
let's do the rest of the loot now because not everybody's guaranteed to be able to stay. So let's go ahead and finish up the loot first.
I put on my beautiful nature resistance gear. Watch me lose even more mana.
You need 300 tailoring to get the set bonus.
Are you gonna remake groups?
Yeah, I'm gonna be setting up groups right now.
Buff quick before he does.
Aura on the chest here.
Congrats.
Trade me R.
Priest, mage, warlock, druid.
No, it's rogues.
Is tier 2.5 awful for all the classes there or what?
Yup.
It's actually
Good for mages if you have a shit ton of hit and
no
you don't need
wonder
bloodline.
why people love
it's-
HQ.
I would use it right now as a mage if I got it, but I'm not a mage.
It's really good for a mage, but you need a lot of hit to make up for what you lose in the bloodline set.
Probably the only mage I can use it because I don't use Bloodvine anymore.
Just imagine if you were a warlock
Yeah,
and
congrats to
you
me for
didn't have
using that.
6% from talents.
I have Cthulhu. I'll link the rewards if you guys are unaware.
They're basically best in style almost for all of you, so you should want it. Poor Max.
We were talking about cloaks.
I definitely thought you were just trolling.
No, I was stupid and like the wrong piece.
Alright, congrats to Scheherazade on the eye.
2 more pieces, guys. Sorry.
We're going as fast as we can. Type 1 if you like this, please. Link your piece.
Pretty bad belt, right?
It's just
Trash.
hilarious that all of them.
Oh no, 12 hours.
Very good moving.
Can't wait to do this again tomorrow.
All right, grass to Lake off on the belt here.
Grass.
We have the healer belt. All right, Gratz toxin on the belt here.
We're done.
And that's all for loot. Okay. So the way we're going to do this is melee. You guys are just going to stay out altogether. Rogues, warriors, I'm sorry. I just fucking hate you for this fight. You're staying out here. Rest of my casters, you are only going to be moving in if you have a frost wand or you're a healer with the tank. So what's going to happen? So what's going to happen is basically, you guys might have seen this last week when we were doing this, not even last week, but a few days ago rather, when we were doing this. There is a 2 out of 3 freeze phase that your DBM announces. And basically, once that goes off, all of our melee are going to move in. They're going to help us shatter Viscidus, and then they're going to help us DPS down. And once you've DPS all the oozes down, you're going to run out of the room and you're going to park out of the room so that you're not creating unnecessary healing again. Does anybody not understand what's going on right there with the melee? Also, something I didn't explain last time with Viscidus is that all of my casters and all of my healers, assuming there's nothing left to heal, during the freeze phase, need to get up there and melee the boss because the boss will not split if it doesn't receive enough melee hits. So I need everybody meleeing the boss during that phase when possible.
Gene, I would like if you would just be on cleansing duty this fight.
We're already planning on it.
Thank you, sir. There is a reason you're one of my favorite children.
If you guys are a melee DPS, if you guys have a, a Heart of Noxian, it's actually a good thing to wear even though you're sitting out for this fight because you might get hit by a poison on the way in or the way out and you can cleanse your own poison if that's the case. So that'll help us out a lot if you've got one of those trinkets.
Also, the elixir that I just linked.
Just 10 golds a button press.
Hunters, you guys are going to be obviously running nature resistance water for this, by the way.
10 gold to kill the boss. It's a pretty good deal.
So when do melee go in?
Do you want melee to have NR
melee
gear
are
as well?
gonna go no melee are not gonna have any NR gear. If you're a rogue or a warrior and you're not gonna wear NR gear for a kill this time around. We'll use NR gear still for speed runs in the future, but right now we're just focusing on killing Viscidus, and the easiest way for us to go about doing that is creating less damage for healers to deal with and less cleanses for them to deal with. So you guys are specifically only going to run in when Viscidus is 2 out of 3 on the freeze phase. Once you see that announcement with your DBM, you don't even have to wait for me to call it. You can run in at that point. Viscidus is going to freeze. You're going to get as many melee swings as possible on the boss during that time, which means faster weapons are better. So even if you're running a 2.8 in your main hand, it's better to run a 1.7, 1.6, whatever you have, the fastest weapons you have, because it's all about how many melee attacks get in on the boss to shatter it, and then you can swap your weapons whenever the split actually happens at that point. Does people understand what I'm saying here? Anybody with any questions before we get going?
I understand the weapon swing timer, but when we don't use our cold rage daggers or frost weapons, right?
So you could use your cold rage daggers if you don't have a faster attack speed weapon, because you don't do damage when the boss is frozen anyways. It's just about how many melee hits hit the boss in order to shatter it. And then once the boss is shattered, you can easily just re-equip your 2.8 weapon and then go kill the ads.
Perfect.
So you can swap your weapons to the fastest weapons you have to get as many melee hits in the period as possible, and then you can swap your weapons back for killing oozes. Also, if you want to discipline yourself, you save the sappers for when the oozes come together. If you guys have never done this boss before, I don't know how to really explain it further. This is the best I can do. When the boss freezes and the boss takes enough melee hits, he's gonna split into oozes. There will be oozes that go to the left-hand side of the room and right-hand side of the room. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually split our groups up. If you guys are in a odd group, if you guys could stand on the left-hand side of the room, and if you're on the even group, if you could stand on the right-hand side of the room once we get inside. Melee, if you guys are in group 6 and 8, you guys are going to go to the right-hand side of the room. If you guys are in group 7, you're going to go to the left-hand side of the room when you run in to kill the ads, or when we split to kill the ads after the shatter phase. And you guys are ideally looking to get out of there as fast as possible. As soon as the boss comes back together and the ooze phase ends, you want to get the hell out of the room and you want to come stand where we're standing right now. You want to be far enough back here on this little, I don't know what you want to call it, a vine. You want to be far enough back here on the vine that you're not getting hit by the boss's poison volley. Because the whole point of keeping you back here is that we're not creating unnecessary healing.
Is it follow square?
Anybody not understand what's going on here? I would be happy to explain it further. If you don't.
Please.
Yeah, if you could just call when all this melee DPS should get out, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, just follow square.
I'll do my best.
The only time you don't follow square is when we go split and kill the ads, where group 7 is left and group 8 is right.
What about group 6?
Right.
Okay.
So you guys should all, who are going to be in, you casters, as much nature resistance gear as you have, you should be equipping it. If you do not have a frost wand, you cannot go in, because the whole point of having you guys in there is to freeze the boss. So if you don't have a frost wand, you need to sit out here with the melee and go in when the melee go in. Healers are going to be in no matter what, and poison cleanses are priority. So one last ready check here, and we're going to pull this up. All right, we are all ready. We are going to pull this up. Here we go. Should just be the people with nature resistance in right now. Casters, mages.
I'm gonna pull off Dre with my rank 1. I believe.
Melee are all gonna die.
Do they get bolted? Yep.
You guys can poison resist?
Yeah, you'll probably want to get back a bit.
It's 1 out of 3, a 2 out of 3. Square is gonna go in.
When it's 2 out of 3, give it like 3 or 4 seconds and then run in.
No problem.
Go ahead and run in now. Okay, everybody needs to melee the boss, cleanse people, and heal people first. Healers, that's your number 1 priority. No, we didn't get enough melee hits in.
We should.
We're just
Melee
gonna
run out.
We're just gonna wipe it down here. We'll come back. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do one more attempt, and I think we're gonna call it, because I think we're just need people to bring poison consumables for this. Just so you guys are aware, for next week when we come in here and we do Viscidus, you guys need to bring greater nature protection potions if possible. That's gonna save us a lot of healing on this fight, and we just have a low amount of healers for this as well, realistically. I always prefer to do this boss with like 11, 12 healers. If you guys have to go, it's no problem. I'm gonna put one more in here, and then the rest of us are gonna dip out too. Actually, no,